Hello, everyone. Sorry, I'm a little bit late to the party. I worked, I came home and took a shower, and I actually took a little bit of a nap because I was exhausted, but I'm happy to be doing a physical job, and I'm going to do it as long as I can. But let's see what we got here. All right, so I haven't missed much of anything. Shots are 4-0 Philadelphia, and I'm guessing y'all can fill me in the comments. I'm guessing Philadelphia didn't rest anybody. Um, and I don't expect them to, considering what's on the line for them. So, but even then, Carolina with however many of their regulars are out, because I shared the thing that Walt or Ryan or whoever it was put up earlier. Also, everybody, don't be mean to the Caps fan in the comments. That's my friend Matthew. Him and I are very, very good buddies. I'll be back up there to visit y'all as soon as I can. That actually, since I've got good full time employment and I'm going to school full time, me coming up there for a game next season became very realistic. Very realistic. So let's see, because I remember, I think it was, I have to reshare my own stuff on X to get it to. Well, no, no, they can't be mean to you, Matthew. I can be mean to you, though. That's the thing. Yeah, I know it, and I know it's killing you too. Tyler B says, with Piotr back, do you think Carolina should put him in net tomorrow to see how that could go for the playoffs? Yes, absolutely. If you can get a look at him tomorrow, you absolutely do it. Without a doubt. Yeah, get a look at him now. He doesn't, if he's healthy and good to go, that does nothing but help. Having another option back there does nothing but help. That only moves the needle in the right direction. How much is, a debatable topic, but that definitely helps. All right, let's see. Okay, so Aho, Gostisbehere, Jarvis, Slavin, and Svechnikov were all rested, so that's why Ehlers, Kokaniemi, Nadeau, which, in a perfect world, a line like that could actually work out really well. Carrier, Jankowski, Delorier, Robinson, Skylar Brindamore, and Jordan Martinook, Miller, Chatfield, Nikishin, Walker, Riley, Legault. Oh, shit, Oh, thank God that I'm behind. Because now I'll actually get to see it. I know it's coming, but I'll still get to see it. Ooh. Good off puck route, battled, good release. That's the type of stuff I want to see out of Bradley Nadeau. Outstanding. Oh, that boy can shoot a puck. I gotta turn the sound on a little bit here to hear it. I mean, this team that they have here is good enough to take Philadelphia to overtime, and that's all that matters in terms of implications for Carolina. I can care less with what happens with, one way or another, Metro 2 and 3 is going to be the battle of mid anyway. Sorry to all my Caps friends that I know are in the comments right now, like getting simultaneously pissed off at me and happy about what my favorite hockey team is doing for them at the moment. But I wonder if Delorier is going to fight any of his old teammates. Probably not. They loved him there. Hey, Eastside King. This is one of my favorite mutuals over on X. Good to see you, pal. Don't count your chickens before you hatch. Not yet. Buddy, standings. I'm waiting on John Carlson gang to pop in here too. I know he's going to be in here eventually. I know that so many of them are probably going to be in here. Let me see. It's really weird, some of the weird sound reverberations if I hold my microphone too close to my headphones. Okay, let's see what we got here. Tony says, "Do you think a good game from Bussy here could get him a start in the first round, especially after a loss?" No. Realistically, no. Maybe he does a little bit to make Rod shorten the leash on Freddie a little bit, but if you ask me right now, it is Freddie's net to lose. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just I understand. I think I have a decent understanding, at least, of Rod's mindset as a coach, and that he wants to favor experience in a situation like that. And then, not to mention, I know it wasn't a playoff game, but Jack LaFontaine, you don't want that to happen to Bussy, and you definitely don't want it happening in a playoff game. So if he has to go in an emergency situation, that's one thing. If he starts a game and gets blown out, it might kill his confidence for good. So I fully support and understand why Freddie is going to be the starter. Additionally, oh shit. And then he does that. I'm sitting here like, oh, no way, Bussy's getting a start. He's like, I'll show you. I swear to God, it works every time. Every time I say something like that about a player, they do something. So, Jesperi Kotkaniemi is definitely not getting a goal tonight. He is definitely not having a multi-point game. That is not happening. But yeah, I understand Rod's rationale of going with Freddie in this particular situation. Not to mention, it might be his last chance. And the thing with Freddie, it's like every other year of his playoffs tends to be pretty good. But if Bussy has to, let's say, and this is going to happen at some point, or at least there will be a game where Freddie's not great, but let's just say that there's a game where Freddie gets blown out and Bussy gets introduced to the playoffs that way in a no pressure situation if Carolina's down 4-0 or something like that. That's a good time to introduce a new goalie to that. That's, it's kind of the same thing that happened with Cam Ward. It became a, all right, it's on the line, but like you're the second option, like you're going in just because things didn't work out already. With that in mind, if you make Bussy start game one and he gets blown out in game one, you might destroy his confidence permanently. So I absolutely understand the rationale behind what he's doing here. I'm not worried about this team through the first two rounds. They've got a harder first round than what they've been used to waiting on them. In the event they were to play Philadelphia, Carolina, or Washington in the second round, I think that they win all three of those series probably in 6. Surprisingly enough, I think the team that would give them the legitimate biggest problem out of those three is probably the Penguins. I think that would be the one thing they'd have a hard time with. The other two, 6 or less, I think. Ottawa, 6. That's going to be the magic number through the first two rounds. When you get to the conference finals, should they get that far, damn key. All right, Katie is going to join us. Yep, Katie will be joining us here in a little bit. Because right now at this point, it's just like, this is like this is the time of year I don't mind doing the watch party so much, and it's been a time constraint lately because it's like I don't really feel the need to dissect and really analyze games at the end of the season where they're resting half the team and the playoffs are about to start and everything like that. More than anything, I want to get the series forecast ready when it's definitive that Carolina is playing whoever it is they're playing, which at the moment it looks like Ottawa. Just got to see how the rest of the standings shake out and everything. And I imagine by the end of the night, we'll know definitively that Carolina is playing Ottawa. I'm reading some stuff in my group chat that's really funny. Yep, same thing to you, buddy. Same thing to you. I hope I get to come see a game next year. The after the move, it was a little bit tougher than what we initially planned on as far as coming back up there to visit and everything. But next year, it's not going to be as much of a problem. Oh, hey, Matthew, that reminds me. When I get the chance tomorrow, I want to text you about something that I'm not going to say on here. It's nothing bad or anything, but it's just some funny stuff to talk about. Because I mean, I feel bad that I haven't kept up with anybody lately. I've been in my own little world of going to school, doing this, and I'm playing again. I've lost a ton of weight. Like you're not going to recognize me next time you see me. Like I look completely different. And Blake draws a call. That's just hard work by Blake to draw that penalty. And good job for Key to keep that play alive by jumping in on the rush. Miller's going to be one of those players that I'm going to have to defend on a lot of occasions, I think, because I really like him. And I've just noticed a lot of people are just kind of down on him a lot because when he has a bad game, it's colossally bad. The thing about it is next year, I don't think that's going to be as much of a problem. He's adapted a lot better to the system and everything than I thought he would. Don't tell me how they score. I already saw the comments. Don't tell me. I'm not looking. I'm not looking. Can I have a Nikishin bomb? I want a Nikishin clap bomb. Wow. All right. I'll take a fly. That'll work. Oh no, don't worry. I didn't see it. I covered up the comments section during that time. Oh boy, here we go. This is going to get a lot more fun. My friend, good to see you.
What's up?
How are you doing?
Well, I am watching Travis Konechny play hockey past November, so it's been going about as you'd expect.
Yeah,
this
this
hype about the biggest game in 6 years, and they're down 2-0 to the Carolina JV team. I cannot believe these people. They actually, this is epic level trolling, okay? This is trolling like I've never seen before.
yeah, the Carolina Wolves are out there for sure. I'm hoping that in a couple of years I'll be back to being able to call them the Carolina Checkers, because that affiliation was great. But, you know, different ownership group for the team now, so I'm hoping the Chicago Wolves saga will soon be over.
They really spent 1.5 months being the best rush team on planet Earth while being coached by Rick Tocchet and worming their way back into the playoffs.
Yeah, and I'm glad worm is a good term for it, because that's exactly what you did. You just slowly just Katie Bartlett, I don't know if you're mutual with her or not. She'll be here to join us in a little bit too.
Awesome. Actually, you know what? It is awfully reminiscent of the 23-24 team, where everything looked good except all the pucks were going in the wrong net.
Yeah. I've experienced that a few times myself.
Oh yeah, that's like the Hurricanes motto right there.
Yeah, it's like I want to, if I ever have, there's two things I want to do if I ever have the resources to do so. I want to make one of those funny how people think Rod Brindamore coaches videos, where I'm going to have and I have a bunch of Canes practice sweaters and stuff, so I could totally make this work if I have enough people, where it's going to be like we're at practice and they're like practicing rushes, and like someone's pretending to be Rod and blowing the whistle and being like, okay, stop, don't do that, dump the puck in. And where I got that idea was that video that Michkov made. Because I remember watching that. I'm like, this is how people think Brindamore coaches. I mean, it's funny because there's a little degree of truth to it. Less so now. But it's just funny because I'm like, that's exactly what people think that he does. They're like, no, don't do, no clean entries. Breakaway? No, you better dump that in. If that puck doesn't hit the boards before it goes in the zone, we are going to have a problem.
That's how Rick Tocchet was coaching until like January. No, until like February or March. And then all of a sudden he flipped the switch and he was like, okay, I guess you could carry some bucks in now.
Yeah, it might help in 2026 NHL to carry the puck in.
Especially when, I don't know, you spent like 6 years drafting every winger who can carry the puck in no demand.
Yeah. Do not bring Trevor Zegras in and expect him to... Katie, how are you doing? This is my friend Derek. I don't know if you guys are mutuals on X or not, but him and I interact like a ton.
Do you go by your name, or is it a different nickname?
My display name is my name, but my username is Suitable Alias.
Let me see if y'all are like if y'all follow each other.
If we don't, we definitely need to fix that.
Definitely.
Yeah, no. This is literally my favorite Flyers guy right here, like by far. Like there's 40 feet of air to all the other ones.
Okay.
Yeah, this is my favorite. Now him and I should probably not watch baseball together. There may be some issues there if we do that.
Fair. I will tell you right now, I am generally not a fan of any Philadelphia team because my dad grew up in Pittsburgh.
Okay. Yeah, fair. That's fair.
Yeah. So growing up, he was Steelers, Pirates. Not so much Penguins. I'm really the one that got him into ice hockey, but still, if it was black and gold, he was rooting for it.
Oh, never mind. They're just hyping up Nick Seeler.
I like Nick Seeler. He's definitely the type of player that I like.
But I saw somebody shooting and scoring. I was like, wait, did something happen? No, they're just hyping up Nick Seeler.
It's funny because we're watching different broadcasts and everything, but like, I really like Nick Seeler, but I'm not going to pretend that Nick Seeler should quarterback Power Play 1 or anything like that.
Oh, God, don't give Tocchet any ideas.
Dude, I lived through Brett Pesce quarterbacking Power Play 1, the softest shot in the history of the NHL. And he was one of my favorite players when he was in Carolina.
Risto is unironically doing it right now somehow.
Is he doing good at it, you think?
Well, by the standards of Philadelphia defensemen, he might not be the worst.
1 second. Hey, calm down. Lay down. Lay down, rodent. Good boy. My dogs are
All right, does
rebellious.
Jackson Blake know what team he plays for?
Nah, sometimes I wonder.
I have no idea what time y'all are synced up to.
I don't think we're
currently
really synced up at all. I'm probably
No.
pretty behind just because I'm watching on the Roku
There's
app.
just a puck that went out of play. I'm at 109.
Oh, yeah, I am way behind. I'm at 141 or something. Let me see.
Actually,
now I'm up
we're
to
right around the
133.
same time then.
Oh, you and I are?
Yeah.
She's got cable, so she's going to be a little bit ahead of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can pause it. Let me know when they.
We might as well just wait until the end of the period at this point.
Yeah, fair enough.
And oh, what was the other thing? So I was telling him like a couple of the funny videos I want to make one day. So there's one where I want to, I want to make one day where I get a bunch of people together and we like have Hurricanes practice and someone's playing Rod Brindamore and we're like practicing clean entries and they come over there. No, stop that! He like takes the stick away from him, and has him dump the puck in and everything. I got that idea from that video that Matvey Michkov did, where he was like. It was hilarious. I'm trying to remember what was the other thing. Oh, the other thing was going to be the side effects of being a Hurricanes fan.
Okay.
Experience side effects may include 90 shot attempts and only 1 goal. We like our group. Didn't get a bounce and all the other stuff. I want to do that one day too.
They're
Good
doing
job.
the most with what they got so far, though, because I think they only said there were about 6 shots on goal for the Canes so far. It's been a very low shot event game right now.
Yeah, and
Yeah, the
no,
Hurricanes are somehow being outshot and then also winning by multiple goals. I didn't even know they knew how to do that.
these young kids are fighting for a job in the future here. Some of them are.
Well, a lot of them know that it just takes a couple of unfortunate injuries, which you definitely don't want to have happen in the postseason, and there's going to be an opportunity for them to get in. So
Yeah.
I wish I could have seen your face when Nadeau scored.
I was very happy with that release that he's got. I hope he makes the team next year.
I hope so too, but I don't know what's going to give as far as those wingers are concerned. I mean, we're replete.
Oh, this is actually an interesting point that Tony makes here. I wonder if Rod is getting Skylar Brindamore ready to be the 4C and backup 3C by having Marty on his line. A line that has Skylar Brindamore and Martinook on it would actually be really cool as long as it's not playing more than 12 minutes a night. I'm totally fine with that. If they start clocking 15 and see themselves on the power play or something, then I'm going to be like, okay, hold on, pump the brakes. But like that is a 4th line 5-on-5 I'm good with.
Having Martinook as a mentor and a trainer on your line would be phenomenal.
It would. And then if you want to throw another guy in there, Carrier, Robinson, like you've got plenty of options there for whoever the other guy on that line would be. That would actually be a really solid 4th line if you want to build higher on the on the team there. Matthew P will also be joining us probably around 8:30 or so. I'm planning on doing this because I'm not going to just watch this game. I'm going to pull the Sabres game up as well because that's relevant. They don't play until 8:30 because they're in Dallas, who will be resting players.
Oh, Buffalo, Dallas. I'm conflicted there.
No, it's not Dallas. It's
Oh.
Hold up. I don't know why I thought that. Let's see. They play the Blackhawks tonight, actually. I don't know why I thought Dallas. No, they played Dallas in their last game, which was yesterday. Because I was going to watch that one, but I had to go skate. So, yeah, they're playing the Blackhawks tonight, so they're I wouldn't be surprised if this score influences whether they scratch anybody or not as far as the Sabres go, whatever the score is when it's time for them to get on the ice.
Yeah.
What the hell got into the Atlantic Division? I just checked the standings for the first time in a while, and the Tampa Bay Lightning have 104 points as the third-ranked team of the division. What is this?
What this is laying the framework to force the NHL to go back to 1 versus 8, because it's only a matter of time until it gets to a point where there's a team with 101 points and they are outside of the playoffs because of the division they play in. If you had one more team really, really good in the Atlantic, you're looking at a team having 90 plus points and not making it.
Yeah,
I am dying
wild.
for that to happen. I want that to happen because that will finally give the referendum on the playoffs that needs to be done. It's come close, but until it actually happens, it's not going to piss the players and the union off bad enough to really raise enough hell about it to get it done.
Agreed, yeah.
That's what it's going to take. And if there's any era of hockey that should be 1 versus 8, it is now. There is more parity in the league than ever.
Well, it's crazy because in the West, Utah is the 4th best team in the Central, and there's a very good likelihood that as the first wild card, they will have more points than whoever is first in the Pacific, and they will still be the road team.
And they mathematically locked up a playoff spot, like, right after Colorado, I think it was.
After Minnesota, but yeah.
Or after Minnesota. That makes 0 sense.
The current second wild card team is 1 point out of being second place in a Metro if they played there.
Yep. This format is awful.
Mm-hmm.
I know they go for the whole 2 versus 3 hype, but I'm like, dude, depending on who it is, not many people are going to really care about that series if it's the Battle of Mid. Now, you'll have now one way or another, you're going to have either Penguins Flyers or Penguins Capitals, so you can market the hell out of that either way.
Yeah.
But what if it was the Jackets? You're not getting that type of marketing out of it.
Mm-mm.
So that's why I'm just like, just go back to 1 versus 8, let the chips fall where they may, and that'll be that. Because if the Devils get the right,
keep track of for one thing.
Yeah, because if the Devils get a good GM, they're going to be relevant again. Because I think that team is generally built pretty well. It's just, I mean, look at the Sabres. Basically, they put everyone on notice, hey, your job isn't safe. Kevin Adams is gone. You will get traded. And look at what they did. Sometimes that's all it takes.
Oh, we'll have to see. I don't know. I'm still not convinced about the Devils. I still think they're way too soft.
Well, that's why I'm saying if they get the right GM, though, he'll fix that. I mean, see, the biggest problem is, though, and me and so many of my Devils mutuals talk about this, if Jack Hughes would put on 10 pounds of muscle, I would be a believer. I really would. If he would just put on some muscle and not get hurt when he picks up a fork, then... Because, like, I remember seeing that picture of him at that rooftop bar, and I'm like, bro, do you eat? Like, there was nothing to him.
There's
nothing.
Jack Hughes is the NHL continuation of the UFC mythical fighter bit. It's Jack Hughes with injuries turned off.
That's a good way to put it. I didn't even think about that.
The mythical hockey player Jack Hughes with injuries turned off.
Like, that literally, like if he would just put on like 10 pounds of muscle, he'd be, hell, maybe even 5, he would be fine. But it's like, I just remember when I was growing up watching hockey, I'm thinking like, yo, these dudes now, they would get broken in half if they played then because of how skinny they are. Like, it's all, even like 10 years ago, I felt like players were mostly like, you know, they were a good 8 to 10% body fat, had a decent amount of muscle mass. Now it's like, you can see their rib cages.
And if you can't, you get called fat by Rick Dawkins for 6 months.
That was my next thing. I knew you were going to do that. I'm glad I teed you up for that because, like, anybody who sees Matvey Michkov and sees someone who's overweight has no idea what they're looking at. I'm sorry, but that is not an overweight player. He's just built like a fridge. I can sympathize with this because I failed so many weigh-ins when I was in the Navy, even when I was really jacked, because they're like, you need to lose weight. I'm like, which organ do you want me to cut out now? I'm like 2.5 feet wide. I didn't ask for this. Like, but I guarantee you, it's like, oh no, the ship is flooding. We need someone to hold up the shoring on the bulkhead. I'm going to be like, oh, gee, wonder who you can get to do that. Anybody? Hello? But no, you just want to have a bunch of skinny guys there who can run and be your messengers and everything like that. And then you need about 4 of them to do what I could do on my own. So, good luck. I'm just going to let the damn ship flood. you asked for this, but
this is fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to be this is fine meme, but instead it's water instead. But I'm just like, yeah, you guys have fun with this, but like, I understand like looking at something like that and then they see someone who's overweight and I'm like, no, that he's just a big stocky dude. Like Stankoven's built very similarly. It's just he's a little bit shorter.
Yeah, Stankoven must also be in the 20s of body fat percentage. That is actually how a reporter tried to word it because somebody went at him on Twitter, which, by the way, I do not know what gets into our beat reporters sometimes. A fan goes at them on X, and, I'm all for clapping back at people. I do it all the time. But yeah. They decide
yours are creative.
If somebody comes at me, I am going to take it so personally that I am going to betray every confidence I own and just blab about shit I should never be blabbing about or lie. That is there's only 2 things that could have happened there. When you're talking about Matvey Michkov showed up to training camp with a body fat percentage in the 20s. There's only 2 options. Number 1, you're lying, which is most likely. But yes. Number 2, let's just assume you're telling the truth. You were never supposed to say that. And you said it anyway because you got pissed at a random fan on Twitter. That is just the apotheosis of professionalism right there.
Yeah. See, that's one thing where we're pretty lucky.
In no world is that okay.
No,
either
we're pretty
way
lucky.
You want to do it, whether you're unprofessional or a liar or both.
Yes. We're pretty lucky in Carolina. Our 2 main beat guys, Walt and Ryan Hinkle, yeah. They're really solid dudes. They don't really get into stuff like that. They'll talk to you, but they don't do stuff like what you're describing. Yes. So in that regard, I like a lot of some of our media guys. Now there's a little bit too much how do I put this nicely? There's a little too much Baghdad Bob stuff going on at times with them taking up for the organization. There's times where I do want to ask some of them, like, hey, are you going to tell us that they're nowhere near the Tigris River next? Like, that's like, there's times where I really want to say that. But so far, they're good for the most part. They're just a little bit too mouthpiecey for the organization at times. Whereas me, I'm just like sitting there and I'm like, I'll say things that are on my mind that I'm like, I don't think that this, and this is fine. And of course, I get called a heretic and all this other stuff for that. And, but yeah, nothing like what you were experiencing with some of your media guys, because I saw a lot of those interactions and I'm kind of like, yo, Derek's right, though. Like, everything he's saying is true, objectively speaking.
I'll get it from both sides. I'll have the beat reporters going absolutely insane because I said something true. And then I'll have the fans who want me to be one of the beat reporters carrying water for the organization, also hating me because I said something true. And then even worse, not worse, because I actually do find this enjoyable. I said something, positive about how differently the team has played and how monumentally better the results have been over this run that has gotten them into the playoffs. And they're like, you can't jump on the bandwagon now because you've been saying for months. And I'm like, wait a minute. Are you telling me that I reacted differently when the team did different things? Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness.
It's actually even worse because And not only did I just do the normal thing of reacting differently when the team did different things, the team did everything I told them to do. Like if I were to write down a damn checklist, boxes 1 through 10, they checked 8 boxes.
Yeah.
And the last 2 are somewhat optional. They did all that, and then they achieved monumentally better results. What was I supposed to be like? How dare you? How dare you do exactly what I said you should be doing for months and then win? I hate you.
And then when you prove people wrong, the next thing they do is they start talking, well, your forehead, and then they just go from there. And I'm kind of like, what does that have to do with anything he said?
They'll really prove the point by editing a bunch of pictures so it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's like, guys, if my forehead is that big, why do you need to go into Photoshop and make it 10 times bigger? Wouldn't just posting the photo prove the point?
Go ahead, Katie.
I was just going to say, I'm lucky. I've avoided that so far on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm glad you have. Well, I mean, then again, if anybody came after you, there would be like 2 fan bases that would be like, no, we don't do that. Like,
oh yeah, I bring it upon myself with my own behavior.
Oh no, dude, when I get it, sometimes I'm like, yeah, okay, I deserve that. Every time Mark Jankowski scores a goal, I have 20 notifications in about 7 seconds, and I brought that on myself. So, but ever since I started saying bad things about him, he's been playing the best he's played in Carolina.
Oh yeah, I know that feeling. Just talk
if you think that
shit about them and they become Gretzky.
If you think I'm gonna stop when it's producing the results it's producing, that is not happening.
I have found that to be the case every time, except with the case of Travis Konechny. Travis Konechny is actually doing his best to make the jokes true. Like, I called him Mr. October, and he has done everything in his powers to make that absolutely correct. I thought he really had me going for a little bit there, because back while the team was sucking outrageous amounts of ass, he was putting up like 3 points a game doing his best Nikita Kucherov impression. Then the whole team just becomes a wagon out of nowhere, and Travis Konechny is back to being Travis Konechny in March and April.
He's like, I did my part. I got him going. I'm gonna.
Yeah. He needs to show up with a higher body fat percentage. That'll help.
Like
him.
Michkov.
Yep, like Michkov. Then you can be point per game at the end of the season.
Speaking of point per game, Katie, I think Ehlers is going to do that next year.
Oh, I hope so. It all depends on what line he ends up on.
Yeah,
I mean, if he's producing like this with Stahl and Martinook, though, if you get him, I don't mean this as a derogatory term before people come at me. If you get him with real line mates, as in ones that reflect his type of skill, I think that happens. Somebody would hear that and they'd be like, oh, well, did you not see what he's doing with Martinook and Stahl? I'm like, yes. And I also understand it's not sustainable.
Well, I have a question for you, because you mentioned the idea of if Skylar Brindamore was the 4C next season with Martinook on his wing, what Stahl's still going to be there. So would you do Ehlers, Stahl, and Nadeau?
That I could see happening, especially if Jordo maintains this. And then that's one less year you have to worry about finding a top 6 center. If the solution was inside the house the entire time, and we didn't know it until this year. So I think
about, we just saw what he produced, and this is only the second game they've played together. What Ehlers would be able to accomplish if he had a finisher like Nadeau, and then somebody who could just create space and clean up rebounds and be good for a couple of shots when everybody else is covering Nadeau.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the defensive side of
wicked good.
The defensive side of things too. Stahl would, have that covered between Stahl and Ehlers. That would cover for any mistakes that a young and inexperienced and learning Nadeau would make. So. Honestly, if they want to go that route, and then it would be a lot easier to acquire another top 6 winger, and then maybe, you can improve the team that way, and you can put center off a little bit longer if you do that. So if your depth
need a top 6 winger at that point, though. I mean, you've got.
Well,
would they go away from the Stankoven line? I don't think they're going to trade Hall.
No, actually, that makes sense, because then you could have Aho, Svechnikov, Jarvis, Ehlers, Stahl, Nadeau.
Stankoven, Blake, Hall.
And then whatever you would do for the fourth line, whether you go with Skylar Brindamore or Mark Jankowski, you can build the fourth line around that, and then you're good for a while. And then you don't have to, when Jordo hangs it up, if he does so at the end of his current contract, as long as they don't try to replace him with a player like him, because they will be sorely disappointed if they think they're going to find another Jordan Staal. They don't make them like that anymore. And that's why they're going to have to add, like, that would be able to put that off a little bit longer, and then they can really go all in, because they would have to at that point in bringing one in. They couldn't put it off anymore at that point. Aho will be 30 at that point. Like, you have to, like, pull the trigger then. But if they do that for another year, especially if they have good results in the playoffs this year, I'm totally fine with that.
Is there a world in which Aho is the next Staal?
Defensively, no. I think it's more of a... Well, no, I take that back. I think that there is, but I think that he will remain an all situations player for the entirety of his career. It may get to a point where he's not playing the heavy 5-on-5 minutes, where he's on the second power play unit, and he's probably your third forward penalty killing unit when he gets much older. But if Carolina wants to get their full use out of Aho as far as his eventual captaincy, because I'm convinced he is next. They didn't set him next to Justin Williams in the locker room, and we're not going to do that. Of course, a Flyers alum, as Derek knows. If they didn't do that without the intention of saying that they're going to sign him to play until he's 38, 40, somewhere around there. So, like, I'm fully expecting him to be like that to some degree. I just think the production will stay high for him from now until the end. I think his last couple of seasons, he'll probably drop down to about being a 60-point player, but Aho definitely could take that role later, but that's a long way off.
Yeah.
I do wonder if he'll get actually maybe better offensively and significantly worse defensively as the speed starts to leave him, but then he just leans harder into the skill. I could see that.
I could see that. Like, he's gotten to where he's really... See, this is the only thing that disappoints me about Aho. I cannot count the number of times that he's been sitting there, and if I had my PlayStation controller in my hand, I'd be jamming R2. I'd be like, shoot the puck, bro. Come on. Like... Yeah. But he's got that playmaking element so figured out. Aho is one of those guys that if he ever has a, God forbid, I don't want this to happen, if he ever has a bad upper body injury, I'm not worried about him. Because he doesn't shoot the puck a ton anyway. The playmaking, the vision, and everything like that wouldn't go away. I'd be worried if Aho had anything from here down bothering him. From here up, doesn't really.
Did you want to try and sync up? Because they just dropped the puck on my end.
Yeah, that's what happened on mine,
yeah,
actually. They just dropped mine.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, I'm at 1952 now.
Okay,
yeah, we are right exactly lined up.
Oh, cool. See, that's the difference between streaming and cable. One day, if they keep the stuff up with the streaming services, cable's going to make a comeback. I think people are getting kind of tired of a lot of the stuff that's going on with it.
Yeah, especially with extra delays. Because there's a lot of times where it'll be like, so I now know via X that we scored. In about 10 seconds, I'll see how we scored.
That happens to me all the time when I do these. Good puck protection there by Taylor Hall.
Very. Oh, that's on Drysdale, too. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Because Drysdale is I think he's a very good player defensively. I mean, people don't really give him a ton of credit there. Because that's one thing that annoys me. People look at a defenseman with a lot of points and they automatically think that they're not good defensively. I'm like, okay, hold on. That's not necessarily true all the time.
The defensive play was honestly the first thing to come around for Drysdale, because obviously when we got him, he was barely a functional NHLer.
Yeah.
But then about, I'd say 15, when it was last year, he went down in October with an injury. And then he came back in November. And from that point on, he became a very, very, very good defender.
If there's one thing Tortorella was good at, it's refining the defensive side of somebody's game. And speaking of him, terrorism apparently worked pretty well in Vegas.
Yeah. Vegas loves terrorism. I have talked about it a couple times. Terrorism is back.
Yeah. I've always liked Torch, though. I really have.
Oh,
now, that being said, I don't know if I'd want him coaching the Hurricanes, but...
No. Oh, wow.
No. I like him, but I wouldn't want him coaching my hockey team. I know that's there's not many coaches I say that about.
I went through the first like 2 or 3 months calling Rick Tocchet the Antichrist. So by comparison, terrorist is actually perfectly fine.
Oof. Oh. Oh, Bussy, be okay.
I didn't see it yet.
Oh, I thought I'd paused it to delay it.
Oh, oof! That did not look good.
The minute you said, Bussy, please be okay, and I saw Owen Tippett on the ice, I knew what was going to happen.
There's no way he did that on purpose, though. He just lost an edge.
No, Owen Tippett does that 3 times a game. He doesn't hit the goalie every time, but that's like that's his one move.
He does lose. He does lose an edge 3 times a game.
Miller didn't even whack him that hard.
He just lost an edge.
Yeah.
Just threw him off balance enough to.
That's not hard to get Owen Tippett off balance.
Skater is a runaway train.
He is. He can't stop. Like once he gets going, it's just oh, what do I do? What do I do? He's like the hamster in the wheel trying to like run the opposite direction to slow the wheel down.
Yes.
That would be an interesting one. Key and Sealer.
Looks like he's okay. Looks like he's staying in.
For the next face-off, they immediately highlighted that Delorier's on the ice.
Now that would be funny. All right, Matthew's going to join us here in a second. All righty. No, that's going to be really fun now.
Now, this is the Hurricanes versus Flyers game I'm used to watching.
It was amazing on X how many different Flyers accounts were like, oh, good, the Canes are resting all of these people.
Hey.
They didn't watch the last 2 games.
No.
The Chicago Wolves came to play.
Nads. Great to see.
It's funny because I had a double take where I was about to like, oh yes, look at the Hurricanes resting all these people, and then I kind of remembered in the back of my mind as I completed that sentence to myself, wait a minute.
Oh,
and I think Brendan Moore's doing it really smartly too because he's got the whole lines at a time. There's not too much of a scramble.
See, that highlight they just showed on the Hurricanes broadcast showed that whole thing with Owen Tippett where he really gets going and he just can't can't hit the snowplow.
Yeah, he did. Miller did kind of undercut him a little bit. Made him lose
Not
his
enough
balance
to take him off his feet, though. He's just not a great
He
skater.
buckled there. Yeah.
It's more of a shoulder.
Good. I'm just glad Bussy's all right.
Yeah, me too. That probably just gave him a stinger though, coming in there like
yeah,
that.
it looks like probably the back of his left calf got wedged into the post.
Oh, the inside of my right thigh right now is the same color as Derek's shirt from a shot I blocked last night.
Ouch.
Yeah.
By the way, Derek, I don't think we've met. I'm Matt.
Hey.
Y'all follow each other. You two do. Yeah, Derek is my favorite Flyers account far and away. He's a lot like me where we say things that people don't necessarily want to hear.
Go.
Right. Was it y'all two that did? Was it y'all two that did the home and home earlier in the season?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
That was a fun night.
I
hope that there were no children watching that.
Back CS.
We were talking about we were talking about like
Good save.
Afghanistan inter terror wars and stuff. ISIS
Excuse
K
me.
versus Taliban type stuff.
Yeah, if I start hacking up a lung, you'll just have to bear with me. I'm
Oh,
finding
you're
this,
still feeling a little.
golly, I can't shake it. It's been really annoying. And my son, it's gone through a whole family. My son's got an ear infection, and he's 3.
Oof,
Oh.
that's a horrible time to have those.
Yeah, well, we
Not
just
freaking well.
we got him medicine today. See, Katie's a little bit ahead of me, and she's doing all these things like that. And I'm
That's
just
how
like,
I watch hockey. This is actually me, cool, calm, and collected watching hockey.
Yeah,
I'm
it's the-
usually very much more vocal and spastic than even this.
Yeah,
I love
I've
it.
gotten to where I'm
Good
not
for you,
like that
Katie.
during the regular season, but like I remember last year during the playoffs during Game 5 against Washington, I was quiet that entire game until Svechnikov scored, and I woke up the entire neighborhood at
Yep.
that point when I just
Yep.
sat there in silence. I'm just sitting there eating my pizza like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, please end the series tonight. Just get it over with. I can't take this.
That was me. Like especially in the playoffs, what I'll do is I'll get up and pace. I
Oh,
just,
I
like,
do that
can't- I
too,
can't
especially
just
during
go.
the
I get up.
intermission. I just sit there and walk in circles, and I'm just
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Every commercial break, especially like I did that like all throughout the overtime. My goodness, the overtime in Game 5, I was just a nervous wreck
yeah,
against New Jersey.
yeah, especially
dad
after the
just-
way that game started.
My dad just moved into a new place, and I went over to watch an Avs game with him, and I jumped up really quickly on a scoring play, and it shook his whole house, and his TV almost fell over. And I'm like, oh, I can't do that here. I can't do that here.
Good job by Nikita.
Nice hit, Nikki. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Oh.
doing those little things so well now.
The
That
difference
was the
between
most-
Nikishin now and Nikishin
That
back
was a
in the
greedy
playoffs
pinch,
last
but you got away with it.
That was the most Delorier 5-on-5 play ever. skate it past the red line, dump it in with one hand. There goes Jackson Blake passing it to the other team again, Derek.
Oh yeah, he definitely doesn't know what team he's playing for. You're supposed to do that indirectly.
Hey, he made a nice play earlier.
See, that was another guy that I memed earlier in the year, and he scored immediately after. I was like, okay, yeah. I was like, Blake needs to be sent to the stall line, and then if he doesn't improve, he needs to go to China. Not 5 seconds later, he scored. And it was a nasty goal, too.
See, look at that pass all the way across, that seam pass. That was great. See, he'll do that. Wonderful. Thanks a lot, Katie.
Sorry. Let me know. I'll unpause it. I'll pause my TV.
That's
I'm
fine.
I'm at 12:07 right now.
I knew which line was on the
Shit.
ice. Yes,
Fat kid
all
scores.
y'all are ahead of me. Good pass.
the power
Yeah,
of inflated body fat percentages.
That's funny.
I don't see how anybody looks at that dude and thinks that
Yeah,
he's
I
fat.
just
He's
I
just
just
big.
saw it. So right now, 12:03. Yeah, I just saw Michkov.
He was promised
pass.
a dozen.
What a pass.
He was promised a Philly cheesesteak and a dozen donuts if he scored tonight.
They said that during the intermission, and he was like,
What a
"Oh,
pass.
you need me
What
to
a
be
pass.
Ovechkin."
Who got the pass across?
Gets his Subway and his Cheetos.
Who's that?
I've seen people comment underneath that, and I'm like, dude, when you've got 929 goals, you can do whatever the hell you want.
Who got the pass across there, Derek?
Bark was it Denver Bark?
Denver Barkey.
What a pass! An incredible pass. I don't know that
He's
guy.
got 15 points in his last 15 games.
For Michkov? No.
Yes. But no, definitely Rick Tocchet. You definitely should have spent the first 60 games of the season playing him like a borderline fourth liner. That was a fantastic idea.
I've experienced the same thing with one of my favorite players, and everyone knows who that is. And now he just doesn't play at all, except
Oh,
for
okay.
situations
So
like
Yeah.
the other way.
Solve,
That's right now.
yeah,
'cause
solve that problem.
that
No, that
thing
problem. He can't be underplayed if he doesn't play at all. He can't be underslotted.
is- modern problems require modern solutions.
oh,
Uh-oh. Who's
You know, Zegras has kind of grown on me since he's been in Philly.
he's gotten a lot better.
Because before I was like, man, I can't stand this guy. Like when he was in Anaheim, I could not stand him.
There
Sean
was
Walker
something
barely
way
pushed
off
him.
about the vibes in Anaheim and Zegras.
Yeah.
Retaliation.
Yeah, they're getting Walker for that. They probably
Yep.
And Zegras is like, I swooped my hair. Send him to the box.
Yeah, well. What a pass, though.
Yeah.
Pass to Michkov made his job easy. I don't know Barkey very well.
Barkey's a good player.
Good player.
Yeah, he was a 5th rounder from the same draft as Michkov.
Oh, wow. Same
How much
class.
longer until you guys start doing what the Hurricanes do, where you just trade back and draft the entire 7th round? If you could wait a couple more years before you start doing that, that would help us a whole lot.
You have
And
to
they
you have
all
to pick
immaculate
like
NHL equivalency profiles.
you have to pick 29th or later to do that, though.
Yeah, and not draft Mason West. I'm still. I mean,
hey, it got
Rapkin.
us Serrato and Rapkin and Frolov. So
yeah, and 2 of those 3, I think, will definitively see NHL action, being Serrato and Ryabkin.
I have a group chat that is also Flyers but does prospect stuff, and we were going in on fat Ryabkin jokes so hard, mainly because I think they talked about him putting on like 30 pounds over from his draft -1 to his draft year, and no way that actually happened, but they said he was like 200 pounds in his draft year after he's like 170 pounds in his draft -1.
No way.
And we
No
were
way
just
in hell.
going so hard on like, was this dude doing 4 meals of McDonald's a day?
Yeah, that's
what the
that's
hell was he doing?
it's like 3 jars of peanut butter.
He was doing supersize me, but was a hockey player on the side.
What is going on with the
Whoa.
TV?
I was thinking the same thing.
Good question.
Okay, we're
We're
back.
trying to do the thing from the 90s again. Like, I like nostalgia too, but damn.
Want to bring back the glowing puck?
Oh God, I remember that. That was
All
awful.
right, it's good news for you guys because the Flyers are on a power play, so you're fine.
That
This is
used to be
about
Carolina.
2 relaxing minutes if you're not a Flyers fan.
Carolina used to get
You
through
see,
the
you
power
say
play
that.
without getting.
Yeah,
You
you
see
say
that, and yeah.
but we'll see.
We don't have Stahl. We don't have Stahl in the lineup, so our penalty kill
God,
is
what
very
year is it?
diminished.
I really wonder what year it is because Stahl's got 20 goals. He's playing on power play 1. Britney Spears is having crash outs. Hannah Montana's back. Like, I don't even know what's going on anymore.
And we're fighting another war in the Middle East.
Yeah, which we
Everything will
totally
just do
needed
again.
that.
5 on 3.5 there. Is that in? That's still in. Good keep.
Meatskov's trying to get
Good
another
pass.
dozen donuts.
Come on.
People are going to see 5 seconds of this and think that I hate
Nice.
Mishkov, and I really don't. I like Mishkov a lot.
No, the fat jokes are hilarious. Flyers clips. We're in a group chat with him.
You know, Bussy, with that little hot dogging thing there, I'm sure you appreciate this, Katie. Remember that infamous Patrick Waugh where he's hot dogging the puck?
Yep.
No, where he's going like this and it slipped out of his glove and into the net.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Nothing beats
of the
the
most
Cam
infamous
Ward
goals.
skate stuck in the or puck stuck in the holder
Puck stuck
goal.
in his skate. Yeah.
Yeah, it got stuck in the holder of his
In the
skate.
bracket.
Yeah,
At one point, we had a Phantoms pairing, defensive pairing of McDonald and Burger.
Mhm.
And
I remember
Flyers
that.
Clips sends over the message of the lineup and said, Matt Fay saw this and is trying to go to the AHL now.
Like, send me down. Wave me, send me down. Get me out of here.
In theory, though, if Matvey Michkov ended up on waivers and the Hurricanes didn't get him, I would start a riot if he fell that far and no one grabbed him. I would be so
mean,
First of all,
pissed.
if he fell that far, nobody grabbed him. Rick Tocchet did the most immaculate PR work known to man.
Excuse me. But no, I like Michkov. I
do
was
too.
hoping against hope that everyone would like that all those tropes would like make him slide all the way to the end of the first round.
Hell, Demidov damn near
Right.
fell to Carolina.
Well, if Marty
Shit.
Natchez wasn't the prima donna, thanks, Brandon.
Just left him right in front of the goal
Yeah.
by himself.
See, I told you, Derek. Like you can't, especially okay. We're playing with half an NHL lineup. Our best penalty killer is not playing.
Plus,
And
our home
Philadelphia.
drivers aren't playing either.
And our lone drivers aren't playing. And Philadelphia is needs every bit of this. So
Yeah, Mark Jankowski's not playing, so we're screwed.
What do you mean? Who left this assignment?
Oh, I didn't see live.
Can't
What a
do
pass.
that.
My God.
good pass.
Now,
Really good
granted,
pass.
Bussy was swimming a little bit there instead of squaring up.
I'm actually still not sure how that went in the net.
Oh
but
wait,
I'll
yeah,
take
I
it.
forgot. Yeah, he is in. He's playing with Carrier and Delorier. This lineup's just so different than what I'm used
Maybe
to.
I should leave. I joined the stream and we get scored on twice.
Yeah, I'm not worried about this one though. I'm
Yeah, I
really
don't
not.
care.
It was also depend. I imagine Buffalo's going to rest some guys, especially. Actually, let me see if I can find Buffalo's lines because I'm going to pull that game up here in a little bit too. Excuse me.
Let's go to a shootout again. Yeah, I think we'd appreciate that, right?
You know what? Why the hell not?
Overtime would behoove both groups.
Yeah, I think we both like that. So
The
I tell you what,
Sabres
I
are not
don't want- I
resting
don't
any damn
want-
body. The Sabres have
I don't
everybody
want-
in.
I don't want Washington somehow sneaking in. That would piss me off.
No.
If Columbus gets in, I guess that's okay.
Yeah, and I remember that one Columbus fan had the meltdown last year because Carolina didn't let them win. Or didn't beat who they were supposed to beat so that Columbus could get in or whatever it was. And I'm kind of like, yo, you realize these guys, like, that's their job is to win hockey games, right? Like, that's kind of the whole point.
Hey, Nadeau scored. That's I'm happy.
That release was sick, too. Oh, so we were talking about theoretical lines for next year, and one of the ones we came up with actually was Jordan Stahl, Nikolai Ehlers, and Bradley Nadeau.
And Nadeau, that's all. I like that line. I want Nadeau should definitely. I think it'd be good for him to play with Stahl for a bit, kind of like Svechnikov did when he started.
Yeah.
He won't get a Calder Trophy or anything, but
But
it'll
the
help.
problem is you cannot put him with Saul and Martinook because neither of them is enough of a playmaker to find him and
That's
make him
true.
effective. But you put him with
Yeah, he
Ehlers
does-
and Saul, and Ehlers has
Yeah.
developed his defensive game so well. I mean, that's just got to be the dream scenario for Ehlers to find somebody who wants to shoot the puck all the time.
Well, remember when it was Stahl, Fost, and Nino Niederreiter?
I love
was a
that
good-
line.
That was a line.
I love that
That
line.
was a line. And like Nadeau is just better than a much, much better version of Nino Niederreiter.
Plus, I also remember that line from the Martinook 4C days.
Oh yes.
Carolina's a lot better off at that position than they were. They just need one more, like, maybe a top six guy. But, like, if Jordo can keep playing the way he's playing, he can stay up there for his last season. If that is his last season. I'm fully prepared for him to
It's
be
not
brought
going to
back.
be. He's going to be good for at least one more year, unless.
At this point, you could convince me that Jordan Stahl is going to be the new Yager.
What was
Why the fuck?
KK? Stop
Buddy,
looking
just-
like Natus.
It's like he's got the Natchez mentality with
Not the Natchez skating.
with
Oh.
not the Natchez skating.
Natchez
That
is one of the best skaters in the league. I mean, that sometimes that's part of his problem. That's why in Carolina he used to, like, go 1 versus 4 on people entering the zone at a 90-degree angle and wondering why. Oh, why'd I lose the puck? Why'd I get
He's
hit?
every
Oh,
bit
gee,
as
I
good
don't
a
know.
skater.
Talk
Natchez is
about
every
a
bit
dude
as good
who
a
did
skater
not
as McDavid,
understand what
but
team
he
was
cannot.
playing on.
And Natchez is every good as a skater as McDavid, except he doesn't have the speed with the puck.
That's a fair assessment.
Yeah, he's
See,
got.
McDavid
That's
has
why I
all
would,
that speed with the puck.
Yeah, like McDavid is one of those guys that the puck doesn't anchor him down. If anything, it makes him faster, and that is not normal.
I don't even understand how he does it. You're
I don't
going to need
either.
a sports science segment for me to understand how McDavid skates with the puck.
Well, Sports Science also disproved the whole Sumu goalie theory, so I'm down for
They
that
did.
experiment.
Yeah, they did.
Because, like, people used to say that all the time. Like, why don't you just put a sumo wrestler in the net? I'm like, bro, how big do you think the damn net is? Like, it's not a sauce kit net that you see people playing, like me playing on the beach with. It's not one of those little, looks like a mouse trap.
Come on, come on.
Good save.
Ah.
That was nice play. Nice stick work. Oh, they were lucky that was behind him.
Stankoven is doing his absolute best to make a liar out of me. Because I'm still not totally sold. I have to see how he does in the playoffs, but I'm a lot more confident in him now than I was before.
Well, yeah. I mean, he has. Remember when I said that he had the issue with the middle lane drive? He couldn't really do it. He's figured out something.
Yeah, he's not trying to skate through people when he's
not trying. Yeah, he's not trying to just go past. He's letting the puck do the work for him. He's just getting it. He's just getting it off his stick a little faster.
Yeah, and he's using his speed too. That's what he needs to do. Like, he can skate his way out of a lot more situations than he was before. And if you ask me, Stankoven's the best skater on the team. So, but those little guys, they tend to develop really good edge work and everything. Now, Ehlers is the fastest, but I think Stankoven's ultimately a better skater if you're accounting for edge work.
Yep, and Blake would have the best stick handling.
Yeah.
Reminds me a lot of Ray Whitney.
Oh, I loved Ray Whitney.
I did
Wizard.
too. Made magic happen. I'll never forget my favorite Ray Whitney play. I think it was in the 2009 year where he completely dog walked Zdeno Chara and set up Brandon Sutter. Remember him for a tap in.
Yeah.
And even Brandon Sutter had this look on his face.
Like, how did you do that?
He couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe it. Like, and as he scored, he just walked back and he sat on the bench and you can see him go, wow. Because he completely turned Zdeno Chara inside out. Close. But no cigar. I'm behind you guys, so.
Yeah, I'm at 17 now.
Yeah, y'all about 4 seconds ahead of me. So it's just us three Canes fans rambling on, and Derek's just sitting there.
Oh, no, you're fine. I can interject whenever. I'm mostly just watching the game. It means a little bit more to me.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
No, I'm happy y'all
Save the
joined, though.
dog.
That makes this a lot more fun when there's more people in here.
Yeah, it
There's
is.
a lot less dead air. When it's just me, I'm kind of like, what do I say?
Yeah, especially when you're trying to watch something. It's like, I don't know. I'd really have to force it.
And congratulations, Derek, by the way, on Porter Martone.
Oh, thank you.
What a great player. Because that's
awesome.
like I saw when he was like, I thought Boston was going to take. Did Boston pass on him? I think what did they take? They took Higgins, right?
I was going to say
That's
that was
the
when
draft?
they took Higgins, who was
I
now
started
That's
the
the
campaign
principle.
to draft Martone a few months before the actual draft when we knew where we were going to pick. Actually, probably even before then. And it was kind of thought of as insane at the time because we were going to be in the Higgins range. And people were like, but you need a center. Why would you draft another right winger?
Ask Montreal
because
about
the right
that.
winger is Porter Martone. That's why.
Like
That
Martone is incredible.
That 2019 draft though was weird though, because I mean no one thought Kotkaniemi was going third overall.
It's 2018, right?
No, it was, or 18. I'm sorry, but it's like that was just weird to me because, and then the guy who was projected by most credible drafts to go third overall isn't even in the league anymore. And that was Philip Zadina.
All four of us won overtime. So
Yeah, so far so good on that front.
actually, you probably just prefer to win in regulation, Derek. But
Yeah, I would. But Rick Tockett's already booking overtime. It's fine. We're about to see some of the most crazy bus parking ever known to man.
the Canes have traditionally punished that. So I don't know if that's a good idea.
Oh,
Katie, hush.
I'm only a few seconds ahead of you now.
Yeah, I know, but it's like, but he's still. You know how quick this game is. I saw it. The puck went right into the dead slot.
I
3
hope
seconds
Walker's okay
before
after
you
Michkov
reacted
hitting him
to
with
it.
all that
Yeah,
body fat.
nice play by Ehlers to fix that. Come on. It's stuff like that I still, there's something I'm not sure. I don't know about Stankoven defensively sometimes.
I don't know about that pass by who was that, Walker? Who are you passing to, buddy?
That was Walker, yeah.
What are you doing?
I think if he put some sauce on that, he would have been fine, but the puck was flat.
Michkov might lead the league in plays where I go, oh, this is nothing, wait. Oh, this is nothing, wait. Oh, no, it's nothing.
Blake does that to us all the time.
Yeah, Blake
Where we
is
sit
very
there-
good at that.
It's like we sit there and watch him do all this crazy stuff with his hands. Like, that was really cool. And he lost it.
It's like Sergei Samsonov. Remember that guy?
Oh, God. His
Dangle for
skating, though, was
days,
incredible.
and he could dangle for days and then turn it over.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he was Natchez before Natchez.
All right.
Play
Yeah,
game.
I mean,
I'm just
we
kidding.
also had the pleasure of watching Nick Wallin, who was Jacob Slavin before Jacob Slavin,
Secret weapon.
the secret weapon.
No one expects. the
Bro's
Nicholas
like, I'm not
Baldwin.
going to score all year. And then the playoffs start.
And then,
Then
he's
I'm gonna go around John Madden and
Yep.
and shove it between Broder's legs in overtime
I was like,
after
dude,
tying it with 3 seconds left.
yeah, dude just did not score at all in the regular season. And then the playoffs come up and he's like, all right, I should start trying now. Nick Wallin was one of my first favorite players, though.
He was great.
Him, Sean Hill, Brett Hedican, Brenda Moore.
Hedican.
Brett
Wesley.
Hedican had some of the best. Glenn Wesley. Brett Hedican had some of the best skating I've ever seen, by far. And it makes sense. He married Christy Yamaguchi, and they had a kid
Yeah.
together. So like, that kid was
Right.
probably born knowing how to skate.
That when Glenn Wesley killed that 5-on-3 in game 1 against Edmonton, down by 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was a man right there.
Yeah, I remember like Sean Hill was one of my first favorite players because he just vaporized dudes with his hits, like just absolutely obliterated them. Very physical player.
So Derek, tell me, what is your best Flyers memory?
oh, geez. Well, probably. I got
Leo
caught
come back?
really awkward time where I was watching during the 27 to 2011 period where they were actually good, but I was too young to actually remember much from it. And then I had the Giroux years where it would probably be that Giroux shift that gets replayed a lot with it was the very beginning of the playoffs. I forget which year. Wasn't it like 2017? He was
One
against
the Penguins.
Crosby. And
Yeah.
yes, just crushes Crosby with a hit and then goes and scores on the very same shift. That would probably be somewhere around number 1 for best memory, which is a little sad because it tells you what the current team has been doing.
Well, I tell you,
Very
like
much.
in the dark years for us, when Danny Briere would torch us every single game, I gotta say, like Danny Briere was one of my favorite players, not on the Hurricanes, and he was I so wanted him to wear a Hurricanes jersey at some point.
Danny
That's
Briere,
one
the
name that-
player, and Danny Briere, the general manager, have such
Two different things. I
Hey,
get
I've
it.
seen this one.
Hey, it's classic.
It's a classic. I need to start uploading some of those clips. I need that one, and I need the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland doing the. Or actually, I could just start like taking my Apple Watch off, and I could just do that with it. Just,
Excuse me. Yeah, but still, as a player, I love Danny Briere. He was incredible.
yeah, and it's like being a good player doesn't necessarily always equate to a good GM because you have someone like Tulsky who's never played hockey a day in his life, who's an excellent GM. He gets heat for some stuff sometimes, but like I'm not going to sit here and say that he's not good at his job though, because he is.
His valuation of talent, especially amateur talent, is
Very good.
probably one of the best. Like he and Darren York, so that was a trip-in penalty, and it's not called.
Well, Darren York's about to go bye-bye, I think, unless
He's ours.
I hope they're ready to pony up some money, and they better. They didn't bring
They
Thornton
better.
back. They better have the money
Like-
to pay York.
Like Honestly, Darren York would be worth every penny. Like he's worth a blank check with Dundon's name on it.
He's been around longer than Tulski, I think, hadn't he?
Yeah, and like that, we can't afford to lose him. Like the health of the franchise is at stake with Darren York. Like I'd make Darren York GM before I let anyone else take him.
That's out. Was that Nadal
Yeah.
who did that? No, that was Stankoven, of course. I know one thing. Stankoven doesn't have any fear. I'll give him that.
Excuse me.
Nikishin might be the first Russian Michkov hasn't tried to psychotically fight.
I wouldn't do that if I were him.
It would be a bad idea. That would be a bad idea. That would not go well.
After he tuned up old boy from Chicago when he didn't even want to fight him.
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't do half the things Michkov does as it pertains to post-whistle activities, but it rarely stops him.
You know, he and Ryabkin are pretty similar. Like they got a similar mentality.
Apparently, they have similar nutritional habits too.
Yeah, apparently too. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Apparently, they each like to
Yeah, they have the same
like
summer
the
training
carbs.
programs.
they're the same nutritionist.
Oh, here we go. Come on, Riley. And it's made in China.
Oh,
Made in China, indeed. Lol.
The sticks were so much better when they were made in North America. I'm speaking from experience on that.
And
the
they were
ones back
cheaper.
in they were a lot cheaper and they lasted a lot longer and they were not that much heavier than the ones they use now. Because my favorite one of all time is the Total One NXG, and I had 8 of those. I love that stick that much. When I broke my last one, I was pretty upset.
Out.
Oh, is Skylar going to do the thing?
Martone's trying to do the thing. He and Mafe are trying to have a contest who can take the most penalties in a single game.
Good game. It's been a good game, actually.
Very good game so far.
Yeah, I was just expecting it to not be a good game after the first period. I was like, all right.
I mean, no.
I'm gonna have to see
I fully expected the game to be tied again, even after the Canes scored.
I mean, it's what's going on all year between these two.
Not only that, but like with their lineup and with what's at stake, I fully expected the Flyers to get
Speaking
back
of that, while I'm at it, I'm going to pull up the Sabres and Blackhawks.
I guess they probably puck drop should just have started for them.
Yeah, they should have started 2 minutes ago. I can take a look at it.
So yeah, I remember watching them in that 3-0 comeback against Boston.
Oh,
Flyers.
yeah. You
Yeah.
know what? I do remember. I remember it in broad strokes. That's why I couldn't really say it in. Like, I didn't want to name, oh, yeah, I remember when they did that one thing I could tell you they did, but could not tell you much of what happened in it.
Yeah.
There's some games
And
that
that
are like that
was-
to me, too, that are just a blur.
Yeah, like, well, I know they happened, and it was really, really cool. But as for what the hell happened therein, I'm lost.
And that was Chicago who beat them in the finals, right? I think in 2010.
Yeah, when Patrick Kane
yeah.
scored the goal, and
Scored
for
it,
about
and he
30
was the only
seconds,
one who
he's the only
noticed.
one who realized.
He was the only one who knew it. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm a sailor through and through, but man, the Marines got some cool uniforms.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Flyers have 20 shot attempts as a team through 2 periods of 5-on-5, and 11 of them have come with the Barkey and Beachcroft lying on the ice. Which,
I mean, yeah.
Sabres and
I
Blackhawks
saw a
are
graphic.
now.
I saw a graphic earlier that said if the Flyers lose tonight, that they have to win the next one, or they.
I
didn't-
believe
it didn't make
there
sense to
is
me.
a path to where basically
the
a
other-
bunch of people have to lose.
Yeah, they would just have. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, that's what I thought. I thought like, hey, if
Yeah.
Washington and Columbus just lose, then your magic number is 2.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, the Sabres did not rest anyone. They've got the full complement.
That's. I mean, like his health is more important than seeding.
Yeah, I agree.
We
That's why
learned
I'm
that.
not upset about Carolina resting who they rested at all.
So yeah,
I'd be pissed
I mean,
if they didn't.
I'm
That's
almost
really-
shocked they didn't rest more. What did they run out of Chicago Wolves guys?
There's a limit to how much you're allowed to do that unless it's an
Oh,
emergency.
okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
they
I
already used
found
all
that
their
out.
call-ups.
Yeah,
I
found
imagine.
that out just recently.
I imagine Kochekov and Felix Ungerstorm are going to play tomorrow night.
Yep.
I so hope so. I'm so excited to see Kochekov back.
Me
I
too.
wanna see what
God
he's-
bless him.
I
What
didn't
a-
think
what
he
a-
would be back this year. That
I
was
did. No
awesome.
one
I didn't
did.
either.
Then Brindamore didn't. Brindamore said in public that he was done for the season, and then Tulski contradicts it, also in front of the media.
The trade deadline press
At
conference.
the trade deadline, the trade deadline press conference, they're got their wires crossed completely on that, and it looks like Tulski was right. So what does Brindamore know?
Whoop.
The nerd was right again.
Aw. Hi, Kitty.
Those damn
Aw,
nerds
that-
ruining the game with their spreadsheets.
Oh, he's beautiful.
Thank
buddy.
you.
That's a good. That's a
This
good
is
kitty.
my baby.
I love the long-haired cats. They're just so cool. Hi, buddy.
And
Is
he's
that a,
small. This one's also my polydactyl. He has extra toes.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
Yep.
Neat.
Got those big catcher's mitts.
And he's like, okay, now I want to go.
Yep. That's
that's
his.
cats for you.
Yeah.
It's like too much, gotta leave.
He got
See,
the,
like
Yeah.
our Chihuahua's the exact opposite. He will like try to fight you for attention. There was one day I wasn't paying attention to him, and he walked up to me and he like kind of punched me in the face with his little paw, like, "Hey, pet me."
oh, now
my
my
big-
phone doesn't want to sit right.
My big dog he'll just lay here and hang out and be petted all day.
Fly guy, 70 points for Nick
He's-
Healers.
I want point per game out of him next season. I think he can do it.
He can get it, depending on
He
where
had
play-
point per
depending on
game
his
talent
plays.
even in Winnipeg.
Yeah, he was just never. He was never slow. I mean, the fact that I'm just so happy that he's playing on the third line and it's not costing him.
Yes.
It's not costing
Yeah.
him production.
Well,
'Cause
Carolina doesn't have a third line. They have two 2.5 lines.
that's fair.
Yeah.
It still
And-
comes out to the same value, basically.
But what a player he is. I mean, there's some people who were saying that our best free agent signing ever as an organization.
Yeah, he might be, dude.
might
Depending on
be.
what he does in the playoffs, like Corey Stillman might get unseated as being the best free agency acquisition in Hurricanes
He
history.
was a free agent. That's right.
That was the funniest interview ever. What made you sign in Carolina? Nobody else wanted me.
Wait, who said that?
Corey
Stillman.
Stillman.
Corey Stillman. Yeah, and
Right after they won the Stanley Cup, he got interviewed, and they're like while they're on the ice with the cup, and I forget who it was who asked him, Corey, what made you sign in Carolina? Nobody else wanted me.
it do be like that sometimes.
Mhm.
I mean, that team was a
Wasn't-
bunch of old men and Eric Stahl, though. So
Yep, for sure.
yeah, and there's a Sabres fan on my beer league team. I think him and I are probably going to have some here in the
Some words.
Yeah, he's cool though. I'm not gonna make a. Okay, I'll try not to make a big deal out of things.
Blasphemy. Sabres fan, cool.
I've known a couple of cool ones, but like
Shun the non-believer.
one of the
Shun.
worst, most least intuitive know-it-alls that I ever met was a Sabres fan. This dude said, and I quote, that Jesperi Kotkaniemi was going to be better than Sebastian Aho. He said that Aho was overpaid, and he said that Devontae Smith-Pelly was going to be the next Justin Williams.
Okay,
Yeah, I
then.
know, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Mitch Marner is better than Austin Matthews was another thing that he said.
on a gradation of ridiculousness. Actually, that's significantly
That's-
better.
That's
Yeah.
not as bad a take as everything else you've said.
Yeah, no,
Yep,
he just had some of the, he was like, he even said, he's like, I don't see why the Hurricanes don't try to trade Aho for Scheifele. I'm like, the fuck are you talking about? Aho's one of the best two-way centers in the league, and you want to trade him for Mark Scheifele? No.
And I actually am a big Scheifele guy, but I don't see how that isn't a lateral move at best, especially because
At best.
Scheifele's older.
Yeah.
It's a step backwards on two fronts. It's Scheifele's older and his defense is a lot worse.
Buffalo's going on power play.
We shouldn't expect anything from Chicago.
I was
I'm
going to
not.
say that
They are not expecting any help from them at all. They looked utterly disinterested against us last week.
Hell, I was utterly disinterested. I fell asleep before
I mean,
Walker
yeah.
skated back to the bench after he scored.
Yeah,
No, I was utterly disinterested for 2 months, so I can't blame Chicago.
yeah. I mean, I got to give credit to the Flyers. I mean, what a run to get back in the race. Incredible.
When I woke
And
up
frankly, if the playoff format was the way it should be, it'd be us. It'd be you and us squaring off.
Oh, and
yeah.
the other funny thing about it is,
Oh.
I remember I woke up the next morning after that game, after Carolina played Chicago, and I had about 30 notifications waiting on me. Brandon, come outside.
Watch Jag pot one here. He'll get one in the third.
Chicago just scored shorthanded.
Turbo. Tell me it was Turbo.
No.
Oh man.
Turbo shooting a puck. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, I think he was thinking maybe if it was a 2-on-1 and he passed it off the defender's skate.
Man, there were times where I was like, I said some things that should have got me thrown out of one game because of him not shooting a puck. I'm lucky there were no children near me because I was mad. But yeah, Ryan Green just scored. 15 seconds
Good
into
for them.
Buffalo's power play.
That's all right. Well done, Buffalo. I bet you it's going to be 3-3 going to overtime this game. Calling it here.
I'm good with that.
That sounds about right to me.
And Jackson Blake wins in the shootout again.
Something like that.
Now, Teravainen did just clear the puck on the penalty kill, which is normal of him.
Mhm.
I remember when they brought Kuznetsov in when they traded for him, and I think it was Kuznets said something in the media. He's like, yeah, I'm surprised Rod put me and him on the same line because they thought we were just going to play Pong with each other or whatever it was the entire time.
Kuzi, frankly, he should still be on the team. There, I said it.
I liked him. It's just he was going to leave either way though, just because he wanted to go get his autoimmune
guess.
stuff treated. He didn't leave
Yeah.
because he didn't like it.
Fair enough. I mean, because I was at Game 5 with the Kuzi crawl penalty shot goal. I was there.
Another year of him acclimating
What a-
to the system and going to training camp, I think he would have been an excellent Hurricane. I really do. It was nice having a player that's that electric with the puck because, like, when he has it, he just makes so many things happen.
You know who makes things happen though is Ryabkin.
Yeah.
He makes a lot of stuff happen.
Including at fast food lines, if the rumors are true.
Most of it is pretty good. There is that smart. I mean, like he was given Austin Watson smoke like a week into his pro career.
Oh,
Like,
that's
he's-
hilarious. You know what? I think
Like-
I remember seeing that come across my Twitter. That's
Yeah.
relevant.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. And everyone, like the coaching staff, are like, do you know who the fuck that is? Do you know what you're doing? You know who you're getting involved in? He doesn't care. Like, it's great. He sees the kind of, and he did this in his draft year where he'd just be like surrounded. He's in front of the net, and the goalie frees the puck, and no teammate is anywhere near him, and he is just pitchforking the goalie well after the whistle. It's like over and over and over again. And then all 6 of his opponents jump on top of him. It's like he just does
Bro
not
doesn't care. He really doesn't.
An hour of
No
penalty
fear.
minutes in 28 games is wild.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
At looks like he's transitioned back to Chicago. Okay, though.
Yeah. He set up Trikozov twice perfectly. It's great. That move to the Q did him a lot of good. It let him. Get
I knew
some
when they
offensive
did that, though, I was like,
mojo
he's going to
back.
absolutely destroy that league.
Which he did. 50 points in like 20 games. Yeah, it was not. It was.
Did he
It
have
was
more
not close.
points or more penalty minutes, though?
More penalty minutes by two.
More pins. More pins. Oh yeah.
Nice.
I'm just saying, when Svechnikov takes penalties, he plays better. So every time that I see Svechnikov
it's-
go to the box, I'm like, yes, do that. That means a point is coming of some
Like,
of some variety.
You'll like this, Derek. He reminds me a lot. Ryabkin reminds me a lot of Claude Giroux. He's
Yeah,
got
he's
like
got that- he's got
first
that-
line,
like that-
first line talent, fourth line attitude.
Yeah, he's got that FU type of stuff in his game.
That must
He'll
be
do
the
that.
Russian
He'll like-
thing at this
he'll-
point.
he'll-
Russians
he's
just
gonna
decided
slew
to
foot.
become little psychopaths.
Yeah, he's gonna slew foot people off on the face off to win it. Like he's gonna be unanimously hated by everyone else in the league except for his teammates and the fans.
I see
Russians
this
got so
commercial.
tired of being called soft, they've now trained all of their players to be little psychopaths.
I'm
Yeah.
seeing this this Office Space commercial, and Ron Livingston does not look any different than he did in that movie. God, with my last job, I could relate to that so much. Like
Oh, boy.
there were so many times I wanted to just throw printers out the window.
See, it's not that I'm lazy, Bob. It's that I just don't care.
Care. Like, how are you going to pay your bills? You know, I've never really liked
You
paying
don't really
bills.
like paying bills. I'm not going to do that anymore.
I don't like my
I
job.
don't
I
like
just
my
don't think
job
I'm going to
anymore.
go
I'm not
back.
going to go. So you quit? No, I'm just not going to go. Great movie.
I can relate to that so much. Me and my girlfriend would watch that and like, God, we live this.
Mm-hmm.
Someone named Viking Gustafsson Nyberg making his debut tonight for the Wild.
Yep.
That's a cool name.
That's a name and a half right there. I actually heard about
That
him.
dude better
Uh,
be an NHLer purely to make broadcasters say his name.
And you know, and
Viking
if
Nyberg.
you're John Forsland, who always uses first and last names every single time, that's going to be something. Oh, what was really funny? If you needed a barometer of how good of a commentator John Forsland is, he was able to differentiate Carolina's Justin Falk and Buffalo's Justin Falk when they were on the ice at the same time very easily.
FALK. Yeah.
Yeah, he was just there. Carolina's Justin Falk turns it over to Buffalo's Justin Falk.
Along with our Sebastian Aho and the Islanders' Sebastian Aho, who is he even in the league anymore? I don't think
I
he
hope
is.
not. I mean, it's nothing personal, but there should only be one Sebastian Aho in the league.
That's fair.
I think he's in the AHL now. I
Good.
think he's
Stay there.
Is he still in the Pittsburgh organization?
I think so.
That's the last time I remember hearing mention of him.
I remember when in that I think it was game 2 of that playoff series where he scored a goal and an own goal, and I was like, that's great. And our Aho scored 2, so Aho had 2, one by each team, but both against the Islanders.
And then there's all the times that Carolina Sebastian Aho has victimized Islanders Sebastian Aho. And then there was I mean, hell, how many Pedersons are there on the Canucks? There's 3, right? 2 Eliases and 1 Marcus.
Marcus.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Derek, what do you think is the Flyers' biggest need, organizational need, in terms of their team right now?
I was actually talking on the Flyer centric podcast we do earlier that I had a slightly hot take that they don't actually need centers nearly as badly as they used to about 5 minutes ago. Like they're making the centers work purely because their wingers are so good. That's been, I don't know how you do anything in the long term when you basically have 2 competent top 4 defensemen in Sanheim and Drysdale, and then you have 4 third pair guys. They're going to need to fix that situation.
You like Drysdale a lot?
I do really like Drysdale. I tried to enforce the hot take that that Travis Sanheim was not the best Canadian defenseman on the Flyers. The NHL disagreed. Drysdale really slumped for about 2 months after I said that. So,
yeah,
go
I
figure.
saw that. But I mean, I've always liked Sanheim.
Chicago's going on the power
No,
play.
Sanheim's a good player, yeah.
Now, Ristolainen, though, I've always thought is overrated.
He is.
If he played for any other national team, he wouldn't make his national team because Finland is very thin at that position.
Right. And everybody falls in love with the tools and is like, well, what he does besides being really big and being a pretty decent skater just apparently doesn't matter until it matters.
He's like a worse Brett Burns kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
kind of.
Good way to put it. Burns is doing good in Colorado, though.
Well,
Yep.
credit to him. Golly, he's only signed for 1 year, right?
Yeah,
is
just
he
this
good?
year.
Got to keep him.
Maybe.
At this
don't
point, if
know.
somebody told me that Brent Burns will never retire and has
I
discovered the key
believe
to
it.
immortality, I'd believe him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, part of it is he doesn't eat any processed food. He just hunts and kills his own damn.
I mean,
Yeah.
he was pretty. I mean, he had his issues, but all things considered, he was pretty good all 3 years he was here, and then he went to Colorado and got better.
Well, he also got put in a more favorable position because he's actually playing a third pair role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we offered that to him. We offered him the third pair role here, and he turned us down.
Well, see that's the whole thing about it though, because Griff and I had a discussion about that, and he was like, "Oh, just put him with Gostisbehere." I'm like, "That line's going to get walked all over," and then Gostisbehere is playing the best defensive hockey that he's ever played right now. So I was wrong about that. I'm not going to give Griff credit though. Nobody saw that coming.
That didn't happen.
All right.
You know what? Ghost actually
All right.
regressed defensively. That's what
There you go.
happened.
Puck drop for.
Here we go.
And I've got both games up right here. Chicago's on the power play right now too, so
Nice.
maybe Teravainen will set somebody up.
Maybe he'll score via pass off the ref's skate.
Or something.
That's disallowed. It's disallowed if that happens, isn't it?
No.
It can't deflect directly in off the ref. I thought that was a rule. I distinctly remember.
Actually, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
distinctly
yeah.
remember a Hurricanes goal waved off for that reason.
Yeah, it took me a second to remember that, but I do remember that now.
Oh,
Yeah, Chatfield and Miller did not work out the way I wanted it to because they were all over the place there.
that's a pairing that really should work on paper,
Yeah.
but for whatever reason in practice,
Yeah, it's disappointing.
Oh,
Could have had
that
so many memes.
oh wait, no, I already did ask y'all about that, about Chatfield's job being up for grabs at training camp next year.
Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah, Katie, just to tell you my thoughts, him, Nystrom, and Legault are all each competent for that spot, and they each can do different things very well. Like Chatfield is the best skater of the three, Legault is the most physical of the three, and Nystrom is the best hockey IQ, hockey sense of the three. So it's really, really close.
Good pass.
I do think that Legault or Nystrom would have to significantly outperform Chatfield though in the.
Oh yeah, like it's never gonna Brind'Amour's not gonna take Chatty's spot away unless he absolutely has to.
I mean, hell, when Martineau got put on waivers, I'm pretty sure Brind'Amour went to the front office in a tank top and said, "Don't do that again."
All right, so if the Flyers score another goal, we are almost entirely certain what line is going to do it.
The line's been good.
Yeah.
The line's good. Who centers that line?
Cates.
Gates, no Gates. I like no Gates.
Yeah,
Good
the
save.
Flyers got a lot of good players, man. I mean, I think they'll put it together sooner rather than later.
Yeah, the forward core is looking pretty okay nowadays.
You like your? I know Dan Vladar's been playing well, but do you like your goaltending situation?
I really am not a believer in Sam Ersson, and
Neither am I.
I think,
Yeah. I mean, any goalie can get hot, but
yeah, I would be a lot more comfortable with Vladar if Vladar wasn't the number one option, with the number two being Sam Ersson. We'll put it that way.
yeah. Yeah,
They're
it's
probably
doing
going to
a-
have to do something about the goaltending to keep this up long term.
May I interest you in a slightly used Frederick Anderson for specifically his rights?
a little, just
You
slightly.
mean Kochekov isn't available?
We'll talk about that after the playoffs if he
Maybe.
plays.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm interested to see how he does now without that nagging. Hip injuries are bad for anybody, but they're really bad for goalies. And now that he's got that sorted out, I want to see
Oh
how
God,
he
yeah.
does.
Yeah.
How long has he
Is-
been dealing with that? Do we know?
Since last season, apparently.
Oh
He
my!
really aggravated it in the preseason and just
He played
Never
through it
felt
for a
right.
long time. After they got Bussy on waivers and they signed him, or not after they signed Bussy, but after it was apparent Bussy was going to stick around. Oh, after it was apparent Bussy was going to stick around, they shut him down. And the fun thing is, he was supposed to start that morning, and then Brendan Moore's like, "Never mind, he's out." Like for the season, and everyone's like, "Wait, what?"
yeah.
I remember that. It was so random.
And then
yeah, he's not coming back.
and
Not
then
for an
and
entire
then
year.
because at the time everyone was like, get rid of Freddie. He's useless.
Yeah.
What is he still here for? And then that happened. And we were like, oh,
Good. Yeah, I knew they were going to roll with 3 goalies for the foreseeable future during that time, though, because there's just no definitive, clear
Man.
path forward in net. Now you got a little bit more. One
If
for the-
Konechny
for the short
completes
term.
a single
Go
pass this game, it'll be a miracle.
Yeah, because
He's
it's
a
not
good player.
October.
like Konechny's good.
If Konechny played for the Phillies, they would win the World Series.
Every year.
No, don't get me
do not
wrong. I
speak
don't
to
want
me.
that to happen.
Do not speak to me of baseball.
I made that joke
Does not
about Jack
exist
Hughes
in
at
my
first, too.
house.
Yeah,
Except now he's going nuclear this time of year, so I have to focus the
Yep.
jokes to just whenever he's healthy.
And he's an American hero.
he is.
Yeah, that too.
I think one of the funniest things that happened in that whole thing was when they were interviewing him, and he was clearly just gone. He was so drunk. And he's
You
like,
see,
"Oh, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up." That one
whistle.
stung. That
Bad
one stung
whistle.
Legault.
Yeah.
Very generous whistle there, but yeah, Flyers
Yeah.
going back to the power play.
Matt Fay, they don't know what you're saying.
Nikki
His
does.
English has gotten astoundingly better. I swear
That'd
it
be
was
funny.
slowly to learn how to shit talk.
Nikishin goes over to the officials. He called you a very bad word. You should suspend him.
What do you call me? Well, I implied he only called you one very bad word. Sorry about that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, Legault's probably fine, but I could tell that stung him where it got him.
Where it hit him in the shin?
That's what it looked like. He threw a little bit of an elbow there. I'm not going to pretend that he didn't.
Oh.
It's good backhand sauce there by Noah Cates.
They're calling him major.
Double
That's a bit
minor.
excessive for that.
They calling him. Did I hear that right?
I hope they're taking a look. I think they're just calling a major to take a look
Calling
at
a major
it.
to look at it.
Yeah. Because you can rescind that, and more
I
often
mean,
than not, that's
it's
what happens.
Yeah, it looked like it. It looked like it should be a minor for elbow.
Oh, it's absolutely a penalty.
Yeah, it should be a minor.
But I mean, he didn't
Oh.
go full Tom Wilson flying.
Oh wait,
chicken
no, they
wing.
called a double minor for high sticking on.
Yeah,
Is that on
that's what
Riley?
happened. They are treating it like a high stick for some odd reason.
Okay, well then they'll take that off because Riley's stick didn't touch him.
Well,
that
they'll
was-
get
that
him for
was-
elbowing, but
They
Can,
can't.
can,
it'll
can
be
they
2
do
minutes.
that? though?
They called Riley for the double minor high sticking. It was Legault who threw the elbow. It looked
oh,
like a
okay.
high stick,
Legault's
but
a
Riley's
bad
stick never touched him.
Man, these refs are all over the place. They didn't get the right guy. They didn't get the right
Oh, well,
penalty.
now Legault's in the.
I'm
box.
surprised they didn't shove Michkov in the
A
bench.
double
Just
minor.
cause. He
they
probably
called a
did
double minor
something.
for elbowing or what?
If there's visible injury to the player, yes, you can call a double minor for anything.
Then
Okay,
why is
sure.
that never done for anything other than high
Which
sticking?
that makes the most sense, but
Because that's typically what causes cuts and blood and all that is sticks. Elbows
Well,
typically don't do that.
I've seen plenty of roughings, of elbows, of slashes that draw blood, and they're still called as minors or majors.
Yeah, that letter of the law, those should all be double minors. It's just never called that way for whatever reason. Okay, now it's
they're
no
taking it
penalty.
out. So they called high sticking, and it wasn't a high stick; it was an elbow. But because they said high sticking, they have
That
to
should
let
have been
him
a
go.
that should have been a minor penalty.
That should have
though.
been a minor
They got that
penalty.
wrong.
What are you guys doing?
That is classic. That is classic. Sorry,
that
Derek,
is
you got
wrong.
screwed there.
That is so
you just-
wrong.
You just got screwed there, Derek. I'm sorry. I'll be man enough to admit it when the ref puck
That man was
benefits
doing
us.
his best John Jones impression, and he didn't get a penalty for it.
He chicken winged him. He chicken winged him big time, but
That absolutely should have been a penalty.
bump. Yeah.
At that point, you might as well have gotten him for the high stick. It would have been at least karmically sound.
Well, the Canes better mind their P's and Q's though, because there's a good chance there'll be a
Because the refs
makeup
are looking at that
penalty.
knowing that they screwed up, and they're like,
The makeup
well,
call is
what do
coming.
we do now? Yeah, it for sure is. Uh-oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Kotkaniemi is going to skate after it. That's a very fluid concept, Mr. Maniscalco.
I would hope he would do that. That's kind of
You'd
his job.
think, but
We're using the term skating a little loose.
in a fairly hypothetically there. It's like, is he though?
He's gonna move in the general direction.
He's gonna amble over that way down the ice.
Oh,
I prefer the term trotting.
He's going to maraud in the direction of the
Dave.
puck. He's
Good
going
save,
to
Ladar.
stand there menacingly. by the
Menacingly.
general
He's
vicinity.
going to lean forward and let the Michkov diet carry him the rest of the way. I'm sorry. Couldn't resist.
Oh, please, I make those jokes more than most.
Yeah, but I mean, I
No, but
remember
that-
seeing that video of Mitchkov and his girlfriend at the beach. I'm like, that dude is not fat. Like,
Yeah, like I mean,
You know, I
I've-
respect how committed he is to the bit that he keeps wearing the baggy clothes.
yeah,
I
Oh.
swear he's doing that on purpose. And then he went to the
Ooh.
Dominican Republic just to, on vacation just to make himself sound even more fat.
I guess they'll let that go. All
I'm
right,
good
missed
with
call
that.
for missed call.
I'm totally good with that.
Yeah, missed call for missed call. That's fair.
All right. See,
Up,
it's
doink. That's
it's
funny.
things like that with Stankoven that I'm kind of like, all right, that's the right play to make there, but it's also like the only play you can make at his size in a lot of cases.
But that's his. I think that's part of his development.
Yeah.
He's instead of trying to skate through pressure in the middle lane drive, he's just not. And it's not just a simple dump either. He's quick enough so that because before, like if he keeps the puck, he gets shrugged off because he can't use his agility in the open ice like he can along the boards.
Yeah.
But what he can do is if he does the middle lane drive and dumps the puck in, then he forces the defenders to have to turn and skate with him, and they often can't, or he'll draw a penalty. Oh yeah, that's right. Dvorak is on the Flyers. Forgot.
If people wonder why I say faceoffs are not as important as they used to be, this sequence is an example as to why. Carolina lost that draw cleanly, and it meant
Now
absolutely
they have
nothing.
the puck. Yeah.
There's times where I think they lose faceoffs on purpose and do that.
Well, especially with Travis Konechny.
Good save. Good
I
dog.
knew they were getting that.
All right.
Chicago is still up 1-0 on Buffalo. Shots are 5-2.
I'll be right back.
Chicago. Alrighty. Katie, you still hanging in over there? Okay.
Yeah, I'm sign up for the whole thing, even though I have to teach tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't have to be at work until 8 o'clock, but I usually get up at 6. Oh wait, no, I've got ice time in the morning. Shit, tomorrow's Tuesday, isn't it?
Yep, it's the ads games that I have to miss on the weekdays.
Mhm.
For experts, one trusted team from game day to every day. Lane and Associates Family Dentistry is proud to keep Carolina smiling.
Is that Lane and Associates Family Dentistry? We love the way we smile.
Wendy's went back to the kitchen to about Paris spicy chicken sandwich. Totally upgrade. More crunch, more flavor. Eat it just hits. Is this our best spicy chicken ever? Looks like a yes to me. Spicy chicken just got better and good.
No matter what kind of teeth.
Oh, Derek, I have to ask you, what was your brief experience with having Eric Johnson on your team last year?
The vibes were immaculate. The actual hockey, not so much. He really is a good guy, but watching him play hockey was an adventure.
But that, and he was right at the end of his career too.
Yep.
Yep.
But we were all so thankful that all of those on the ad side of things when Briere traded him to the Avs basically for a bag of pucks because it let him finish his career as an Av and retire that way.
Oh yeah.
And now he's killing it as a commentator.
He's great on commentary, which didn't surprise me that much because, like I said, just great guy. And even back when he was just doing interviews, his interviews were better than the interviewer.
Yes. He put together a compilation of himself in the background of interviews, and he was more entertaining than the interview, just being his goofy self.
Holmes is infallible and has authority. And we're back.
Alrighty.
Sorry,
No, you're
just had to get some. Had to get some water because
Porter, why the hell are you passing it to Konechny in April? You were in the slot and you passed it to April Konechny?
that play
That
totally
was-
died on his stick. It just absolutely was over at that point. He should have just shot the puck.
yeah.
There was a real threat
passed.
there. And then he made that
There's a
pass.
shot.
It was like defense.
Yeah, like, is that the Martone who passed it up?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, live and learn, bud.
You might have overthought that one a little bit. Oh, look at Zegers.
Like-
Holy crap, that's great.
That
That kind of sums up how things have gone for him, unfortunately.
that's funny. Is it still not out? No.
Nope.
Finally. Thank you, Busty. Melt it down.
Yikes.
Zegras, I wouldn't talk shit to him if I were you, bud.
He really shouldn't, and yet he will anyway.
Zegras runs his mouth.
I wouldn't
he's
run
gotta-
my mouth to Alexander Nikishin if I were
It's
him.
gonna
though.
get him. It's gonna get him in a lot of trouble at some point.
And he
The
will
Troy
keep
Stetcher-
doing it. I gotta
He's a good player,
respect
but
the persistence,
until-
if nothing else.
The Troy Stetcher thing was already bad enough, and to this day, we don't know what he actually said.
No, we don't.
I don't think we want to know either. But you know,
Yeah,
he was
I don't
like
think
19 when
anybody's
that happened.
actually even suggested what he said.
Yeah,
Whatever everybody thinks he said, it was probably worse.
Worse.
yeah. I just hope it wasn't about what a lot of the initial speculation about it was about, because that's messed up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be over the
it
line.
was. It was probably like, I mean, Alex Burrows would do that kind of crap.
Yeah, and he wondered why everybody hated him. You know, it's like people were making a big deal about when Marchand was saying the stuff, "I'll end your career, you know I will," and they're like, "Oh my god," and they're getting all outraged about it. I'm like, dude, stuff like that's said 20 times a game.
Now, Brad Marchand would just lick your face.
That too.
Much more better. Much more better.
Man, I remember Komarov had this look on his face, and he's like, he didn't even know what to do because he couldn't believe it happened.
Or like Brady Kachuk after Brandon Lemieux bit him.
Yeah.
You
Speaking of
bit
biting,
me.
that's another thing that Alex Burrows did.
What a freaking maniac.
See, I want
Almost
someone with
as,
some bite on the team, just not literally. Like, I just don't want anybody who's psychotic about it.
Speaking of psychotic, you remember Chris Simon?
Yes.
Yes.
Derek, do you remember Chris Simon?
Yeah.
Okay.
I need a little bit less of this fourth line here, guys. Come on.
Are you kidding? They're gonna get the most.
Oh, Skyler almost got it.
I want
I mean,
another
they are
Skylar Brandon
definitely
Moore goal.
the Hurricanes' best players.
Him scoring on a quick turnaround shot 3 feet in front of the crease, that would be the most Brandon Moore thing ever. His first goal was very Brandon Moore-like.
Partner.
His second would have been too if he didn't, stick his foot out and sloof at the goalie.
Yeah.
But yeah, Skyler's not bad.
He's good enough to be a fourth-line center in a cost-saving measure.
Right.
And,
He can play in the NHL and not be horrible.
And he'll get better too. And the other thing is, a lot of people want to talk about the whole nepotism thing, but Rob was just giving him the business on the bench a little bit ago. So he's not giving him a free pass on anything.
No, like he's going to be harder on. He'd be harder on him than anyone else.
On Skylar than the rest of the
Yeah.
team. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, you think Kokaniemi would get scratched a lot if they messed up? No, he'll be harder on Skylar. Brandon Moore, for whatever fault he has as a coach, that is not one of them. Taylor Hall's puck protection tonight has been really on.
D-zone face-off, and Tocchet needed Travis Konechny in April on the ice.
Damn.
Good save.
This is
Five
becoming a
Bar.
very interesting game.
It's been good. It's been pretty
It's
even.
been very good.
Yeah.
It still
You see
feels
him as a
like
power
it's
play
been
goal?
played at about 80%.
For the Hurricanes, it definitely is. I know you know the Flyers a lot better than I do, Derek. So they look like they're trying pretty
That
hard.
sounds about right. One of the lines here, the aforementioned Konechny line, looks totally
Yeah.
dysfunctional. Though that is probably a seasonal thing.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
oh, that was good.
What a save, Brandon Bussey. What his best in a while.
Oh,
Wow, that was
Plus-
closer than I thought it was.
Bussy
What
is
a
definitely
save.
he's entering his Kochekov arc, man. Letting in the softest things imaginable, but then making saves like that. When you keep them two away from each other. Like, do not have Kochekov teach Bussy to play the puck. Because he'll be like, in what situation should I play the puck, Cooch? All of them. You fucking
Yes.
play puck every time. But what if it's
He
all the
already
way at
did.
the-
just
In the
imagine
first
like
in the first period, he had an adventure there that I was like, ooh.
Go ahead, Katie.
next season, that particular tandem could be interesting.
Well, I know one
Interesting
thing.
is one way to put
If
it.
the other team's going to score in situations like that, it's going to be below the face-off dot, and they're going to be above it. So
Like what was that?
the Ronta one, dude. Do you remember the Ronta one? That bro went on an adventure. There was one Ronta made where
yeah.
he was at the top of the face-off circle.
They did all those memes with him too, like showing
Mrazek would do that too, and
God,
and
Mrazek.
Nedeljkovic, yeah, and Nedeljkovic would do it too. It's like Nedeljkovic.
Mrazek
Do you
gave me at
remember?
least one heart attack a game, dude. Oh my god.
Do you remember when Nedeljkovic at the beginning of the year where he had, there's that picture? I think it was Sharks against, I think it was the Ducks, early on in the season, where Nedeljkovic is skating back to the net, and the Anaheim player is like sitting there right in front of the empty cage, like looking at him before just sliding it in. It's like, see if I can find it.
But yeah, Auntie Ronta, like, that was insane. But yeah, they made memes of him like flying through space and stuff. Someone like replaced Princess Leia in The Last Jedi and had him floating in space. Like, because when he did that, I just sat there in silence. I was kind of like, did Did he actually just do that? Oldest goalie in the organization, and he does that?
I can't find it. Where is it?
Oh, just past the halfway.
Overtime. What's
Jankowski
the
threw a hit.
did he now? He is credited with 1 time of separating player from puck. Good for you. Good for you.
That's another guy I
knew-
think that's. good
I
at
knew you had it
broadcasting.
in you.
You should start immediately. Like now. Just take the gear off, take a shower, put your suit on, and go.
Did you see I get up, tell Trip he's relieved. Not a great rebound, but yeah, it was. Yeah.
Come on. Oh, go. Whoa.
That's not a penalty, I guess. Okay.
No, that looked fine to me. Just finish.
It's like holding.
Oh.
If he didn't have
Plexiglass
the arm wrapped
punished for
around
doing
his-
his usual business.
Oh shit.
Oh, no. We'll go.
God damn it.
Come on.
What happened to him?
Fuck.
I didn't see what happened to Chatfield.
Please tell me that's precautionary, whatever it is. Oh,
Looked like he was limping.
Looked like he was holding his arm.
Was he? Okay.
I
maybe.
thought so. He was like,
and he just got back in too because he had a lower body. injury that
"Oh,
kept him out.
yeah, that's upper body. That's
It
upper body."
looked like his skate got caught when he fell.
Oh no, left leg, the ankle pivoted in a funny way. Look at his left skate.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Shit.
Well, he walked down the dresser.
I hope that's not bad. I don't think it's super bad. Just that first glance.
It
but
probably
that's
he
not good.
might have strained it a bit. He might need a week or two.
Hyperextension, something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, good thing that Carolina has an abundance of right shot defensemen.
True, but
I'd rather have him though.
The question becomes then, if he's out for game 1 because he's not quite ready yet, do you use Legault
it'll
or do you
it'll
use
probably
Riley?
be it'll probably it's gonna be Riley if that's
So 5 left shot defensemen.
probably you know Rod.
Hot take: I would put Nystrom with Slavin.
That's not going to happen.
I know it won't, but that's what I would do, just because of the hockey IQ and the vision and the playmaking
Sure,
ability
but
and his ability to get shots through.
Playoffs and last week experience, nope, not going to happen.
Now, if he realigns the pairs, then I would say put Legault in the lineup instead.
Yeah, he would. If Chatfield can't play, he's going to put one of his regulars up to take the minutes with Slavin.
Usually right inside his own blue line tonight.
Probably Walker, I would think.
See, I wanted that pair to get some more looks. I really liked it. As long as Walker doesn't shoot at center mass, then everything else he does is fine.
Oh my God, connect me. You might be the worst hockey player past November of all time.
I knew you were going to say something about that. Legault's making his case to be in the lineup doing stuff like that, though.
Yeah.
What a good stick.
He just misfired on that one, didn't he? Did
The
connect me?
length these people
Oh,
will
oh.
go to sell Michkov points.
Nice, Bussy.
He's got it.
Oh,
Wow.
my God. Yeah,
Good for
they're
Bussy.
turning the heat up in this one.
Ah, that was such a nice block.
Yeah, and then he had the stick after the fact.
Oh, he got it. Yeah. So that was not a misfire. Don't feel bad. Don't feel too bad, Derek. That was a 2-pad stack by Legault there.
Ah, true.
Sell it out.
I mean, one good thing though, if you did go with Slavin, that adds, it's like it would be very much a shutdown pair. It wouldn't produce much, but like you add physicality to the right of Slavin. Chatfield's good.
Right out in front. He's good.
Yeah, I
Oh,
just
he's
saw
on
that
the
in
ice?
chat.
Oh, good. Woo.
He's on the bench. Thank God.
Okay, good. He probably just hyperextended it. I've done
Yeah,
that a million
like,
times.
Rolled it, maybe something
Yeah.
like
It,
that.
it
yeah.
hurts like hell for a little bit, and it backs off.
Just have to walk it off kind of thing.
Yeah.
He's still grimacing,
Oh.
but he's there.
Or it's like when Jarvis got the wind knocked out of him the other night, and people are like, and I posted, I'm like, he's fine. He just got the wind knocked out of him. They're like, how do you know? I'm like, because that's happened to me about 1,000,000 times between hockey and baseball, both. When I was growing up, the catcher could still block the baseline.
Yeah, he could take the charge.
The very first time I got the wind knocked out of me, it was a catcher that was about 3 times my size, and I was about 7 years old, and I got annihilated.
Oh,
There was like a puddle of me left after that kid hit me.
did you get him out?
I had a
Huh?
Did you get him
No.
out?
No, I was trying to make it home. Cause
Oh, okay.
so the catcher was like 3 times bigger than me, and he blocked.
and
the,
you
he
tried to
blocked the-
rush him.
I tried to jump over him, and he basically Nikishined me. And no, I did not score in that process. But
The
I
highlight
was
of
on-
my
I was
Go
on
ahead, go ahead,
second.
sorry.
Guy hits a base hit to right. I round third, and I'm going as fast as I can, and I was not a good runner by any means. I quit baseball for a reason. I wasn't good at it. And I wanted to be a pitcher, which I was even worse at that. I ran down the third baseline and thought I had all this time in the world, and my dad was actually the third base coach, and he's like waving me through, and I'm like, okay. And so I picked it up. I get halfway down the baseline, ball bounces. I see the catcher catch it while he's sitting on home plate. He takes 2 steps to the right. I try to jump over him. He throws his hip into me, and that was that. I was done. Like, I was just laying there like,
Yeah, the highlight of my little league career was when I finally convinced my coach to let me play first. And we were playing the team we were playing against. One of the kids on the other team, I knew him. He rode my bus, and I hated his guts. And the feeling was mutual.
Oh,
And ooh, you okay, Dan? What happened to him? He lost his stick.
yeah, Trent didn't hold back there.
So yes, I'm on. This guy's at the kid that we hate each other. He's at bat, and he hits a grounder, and I go to cover the base, and I put him out, and he runs me. He runs me. He runs me as I put him out, and I held out of the ball, so he had to go sit down. But almost started a brawl, and like we were 8 years old.
Yeah, Vladar was a little floppy on that one. But then again, it's like,
See,
when you get it under the chin, though, like that in a goalie mask, it can hurt.
not just, I mean, he lost his balance. I mean, I wouldn't call that. See, usually, I have a very, very high threshold for what I call embellishment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for the most part, I think it's just the ice is slippery and they fell.
Yeah.
Like, they're not
That's late in
trying
the
to.
period, too.
Yeah, they're not trying to. They're not trying to do something underhanded. I think it's just the ice is slippery and you lose your balance.
Yeah.
That's what I think most embellishment calls really are, and it's only a very few people that I would say that I would not give that benefit of the doubt to.
Stutzla.
Yeah, probably him.
That's why I call him Stuka, because all he does is dive.
I got that reference there, Brandon. Very good.
One thing that annoys me in movies and stuff, though, they took the siren off of those in like 1942, and they make it look like that every single variant of that aircraft had the siren on it. I'm like, no, they got rid of that before Barbarossa started. there was no need to have it anymore. It was just a, shock and awe effect.
Did you like the movie Midway? The 2019 one, I think it
wish
was?
that they'd had more money to make that movie with, because historically speaking, it was very accurate.
Yeah.
Very good movie. I just wish that they hadn't. That's one of those things I wish that they would have had the funds to actually use actual aircraft and not as much CGI.
Yeah. Now, I thought they really, I mean, I guess it made sense from a movie standpoint, but I thought that the Japanese anti-aircraft fire wasn't that impressive.
Oh, no, they were good at that. They were damn good at that.
They were good? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And I've heard something else, but fair
No,
enough.
those quad 20 millimeters, they're excellent guns.
Okay, man, fair enough.
Now, granted, the later on it got in the war and all their experienced guys got killed, they started sucking at it.
Yeah.
But at the beginning of that war, no, they were really good. But they'd
They were
also
good.
been fighting for 7 years already at that point.
Yeah. I heard that their primary doctrine was basically the evasive maneuvers and combat air patrol.
Yeah. Because what they primarily did, I'll be quick about this, otherwise I'm going to talk about it for an hour. But basically, what they did with their anti-aircraft guns, they did a thing called bracketing. So
Yes, what you're supposed to do.
yeah, but they were good at it. So they would do, I think it was 4-point bracketing, shell, and then they would just
And the
slowly,
flak, yeah, it explodes. Yeah.
yeah, and they would slowly adjust their firing position until it was closer and closer to the aircraft. But yeah, at the beginning of the war, they were really good at that.
Yeah, well, yeah, the torpedo bombers, though, were sitting ducks.
If you couldn't shoot down a torpedo bomber, then especially a Devastator, because that was already an outdated
It's
platform.
an obsolete plane, yeah.
About 6 years before that war started. All right, boys, let's finish this up. Sorry, everybody, mandatory aircraft talk
Nah, it's
that comes
cool.
with every stream on here.
All right, 253
Actually,
overtime.
I think the last time Derek and I did one, we managed to avoid aviation discussions.
We did, which is funny because we have still got the general war discussion.
We did. It's just that one just strictly involved AKs and
Ooh.
Toyota Hiluxes.
Close.
Yes, exactly. We didn't talk about any high-tech warfare.
No.
I was about to say, you better get that to the line there, Miller.
Chatfield looks all right. He's skating.
He looks fine.
Yeah. He
If there
probably
was
just
any
switched
doubt,
it
he wouldn't be out there.
up. No, not right now. No, he
Oh,
wouldn't be.
Blake! So close.
Man, Blake is.
Oh!
He had just as much a chance of
What?
scoring as he did himself.
What a move. Ah.
And he did it with his head up. Issue before.
Now that barely missed. Holly, he can do that. Tell me that's not Ray Whitney. Come again. I mean, that's.
No, that's Jeff Skinner, my friend.
Yeah, well, yeah, fair enough. Except Jeff Skinner would have gotten a concussion on that play.
Yeah, because he would have had his head down.
Mm.
Blake's gotten really good about keeping his head up. Habitual line crosser, you say? Yeah, I'll check that out. Let me write that down. Because I've got an aviation channel too. I just never have time to do anything on it.
Glenn Denning is on the Flyers. I forgot.
The
I think
big
they
trade
forgot, too.
deadline acquisition.
Uh-huh. Boy, what a trade deadline it was for the Blues players that got moved.
Yeah,
Glad we didn't get Thomas. He'd have cursed us.
yeah, he might have came to Carolina and had 4 points. There you go, KK.
Come on, Mickey.
Even with a shot getting blocked, watching the Doe's
Okay.
release is...
It's fun. It's fun to watch. Oof. Good hit. Yeah, we're gonna like park it back here for a minute and a half. Come on, yeah. Understand the assignment, Canes.
This is deflected into the Flyers zone. Delorier chases after it. Jankowski
Oof.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Delorier still entangled at the side. Carrier tries to make a play. Jankowski does.
Keep it.
Kept in by Miller.
Yep, hit it there.
Kowski.
Here in the third, Vladar. Kind of caught in no man's land right now. Now he can hand it free.
Come on, boys, get the point.
Get this back into the game zone. DeAndre Miller to it.
Get in the Stankoven line out for one
Oh,
final.
oh.
Now Hall. This one into the Flyer zone. Still is Hall into it. Now it's Blake. Blake looking for options. He's giving a hard shove into the boards. But
Good job by Blake there, holding on to that puck. And much to the net, I wouldn't have put that at the net, but okay.
Keep it in. Keep it in. There you go.
Yeah.
And out.
Oh my God.
Woo.
Blake is
All right.
firing clips at this point.
If that went in, Derek, if that went in with 2 seconds left through the neutral zone.
Jackson Blake is just out here aura farming.
Okay, we got our full.
We understood the assignment, Canes. Thank you.
Yes.
Now, out of like whoever wins this doesn't matter to me.
So Caps are officially eliminated, right? Or is it
They're-
Columbus?
I think it's
Which one?
Columbus is officially
Is it
eliminated.
Columbus?
should
Okay.
be eliminated.
I forgot
I'm
which
gonna
one was
check.
where.
Let's see. All right. Yes, Columbus.
Yeah, Caps only
is the one
have
that's eliminated.
Caps only have one game left after this, and they're now 2 points behind.
Yep. Okay. So as it stands right now, Philadelphia just secured their 95th point. 80 games played, 41 wins, 27 losses, 12 overtime losses, and 26 regulation wins. The Capitals are behind them with 81 games played, 42 wins, 30 losses, 9 overtime losses, for a total of 93 points, and they have 36 regulation wins. So
Okay. Yeah. So Flyers will need one more point to close them out. But they have this overtime and the next game to get it.
yeah,
Come on, shoot out again. Let's go.
yeah, I want another shootout. This would be a fun game for a shootout.
And you know Blake is going to do some crazy ass shit in that.
No, he would manage to mess up this time with no pressure on him during a shootout.
No, like he'll do some kind of like Jakey between the legs, you know. He'll have some fun with it.
Oh, and you were talking about how you played first base. I could have never played first base. I was too small, but I always wanted to be a third baseman anyway because Chipper Jones or Larry, as you call him.
I mean, I wasn't big either, but I mean, our team wasn't that great, so
Yeah,
I just wanted to.
No little league team is good except for the ones that play
Yeah.
on TV.
Right, I was just sick of being in the outfield and never seeing the ball.
This is nightmare fuel for me. This is the future, though, if he stays.
It's that Jankowski taking
Yeah.
the opening draw. All right, come on, Flyers. If you can't get us here, come on. We're giving it to you.
No.
Jankowski's on the. Is that it? Is that it, Katie?
Like I told Derek, my dad's from the Pittsburgh area, so I was raised to distrust
To hate-
anything
to
from
hate the-
Philadelphia.
To hate the Flyers, yeah, and all Philly
Just
teams.
Any Philly team.
Oof, Zegras. That
This
was
is the most conservative overtime I've ever seen. Nobody's doing anything.
That sounds like the Rick Tocchet, Rod Brindamore overtime if I've ever heard one. We have found no event hockey.
It's the shootout's going to go forever. The shootout is going to take like 10 rounds.
Oh God, you're right. This is gonna
We're
be
going to
fun.
wake up
This
tomorrow
is gonna
morning and the
go-
shootout will still be
This
ongoing.
game,
We're gonna have
this
to
game
play
is
a new
never
repeat
going to
shooter.
freaking end.
The shootout's gonna go on so long it's gonna cause a
Shootouts
lockout.
Shootout's going to cause it. They're going to lap. They're going to lap. They're going to get through all 18. The goalie is going to shoot out the other goalie.
Washington will go to the playoffs purely because the shootout's still going on in Philly.
Okay, come on.
Stank and Blake. Blake and Stank.
Oh, yeah! No, oh, it went off. I thought they scored. Shoot. That would have been so
Hey.
pretty from Blake. Oh,
Hey,
oh,
How many posts is that now? Like 130 this season?
I
we
thought
still
that
win the
went
league.
in.
Katie, you're crushing Derek Streams over here. Keep doing it.
I mean, that was a sweet move. That would have
That was a
been.
move. What a move. Yep. Take it back, Stank. There you go. Get the
Frankie's
dough out
over
there.
here showing
Will you
Derek.
get the dough out of the
emotional support.
ice? Is the dough out there? That's Ehlers. The dough needs to be on the ice.
Yeah, putting the dough out there. Like, really, what do you have to
Something with
lose?
Ehlers.
Ehlers is fine, but they need Nats out there.
But with Ehlers. Putting it out with Ehlers.
All right, somebody
went for the same
informed
spot
this
where he
team
scored
that they
earlier.
actually get to go to the playoffs if they
Oh,
score a goal,
wow.
which means they should probably stop getting aura farmed on in the meantime.
by our second line, which would probably not be playing much if this was if this 3-on-3 mattered. Do we call timeout?
I guess. Oh, yeah, change time out.
Well, you know, Rod's got that vein in his forehead popping. Like this really, really matters to him.
The only game that exists is the one that he's at.
That's fair. And to be fair, I like that. You know,
I do
like
too.
that
That's
in
a good
anyone. But
mentality.
nuts.
So let's see. Dallas has 108 points in 80 games played. Colorado would have home ice advantage over Carolina should they play each other in the Stanley
course,
Cup Finals.
yeah.
Which is
So
what
if-
we're rooting for.
I'll take it because that means we're in the finals.
So if Dallas were to win their next two games, there would be two teams with home ice advantage over Carolina.
I got to be honest, though, Katie. I do not fully believe in Blackwood and Wedgwood.
I believe in them more than I believe in Anderson and Butsy.
Well, I didn't say I believe in them either. But
Believe
Oh
it
no!
or
If I
not,
was given the
it's
Go ahead,
probably
Katie.
going to be Wedgwood game one.
if I were given the option, I'd take the Wood brothers any day for a goaltending
would?
tandem over what Carolina has
I
right
mean-
now.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Oh, oh,
Isn't it-
oh! Nice!
Stick with it, Stank.
Come on! Ah,
And they flubbed it. What a save, though. And Mitchkov. Playoffs on your stick right there.
Too many burgers, man.
It's going to a shootout. This is destiny. We all know this.
It is.
oh my
This was
goodness.
predetermined when
Look at the like. Come on, put Nads out there. Serious? We can't have Nads out there in this 3-on-3. He's really good at it.
the least consequential game all
Oh!
season.
Oh, Miller!
He bricked.
Ah,
Ah,
this would be a good time to have some of the guys that are scratched in the booth. I want to hear what they say.
Oh, come on. Oh.
Jesus.
Are you gonna lose the puck there? Yeah, you are.
I got it back.
Okay, it's a good player.
We want Nadeau.
Please get Nadeau out. They're not gonna do it. There's absolutely no reason Nadeau should not be on the ice. I mean, like he'd probably win it if he did.
If he doesn't put him up in the shootout, then I'll be really upset.
Oh, is that Nadeau out there right now? Yeah, that's Nadeau out there.
Yep, he's out
It
there
is good.
now. Damn,
All
he
right.
damn near ended it.
Good pass. Oof, but still stuck with it.
He's short, but he
Yeah.
ain't weak.
All right, come on, one more tryout, one more chance to make me look stupid. Ted.
Oh, he was going for it. Oh, he was going for it.
You know, if he was on the ice maybe a little bit beforehand.
Yeah, that might have helped.
Oh man.
It was fate.
This is fucking hilarious.
It
I'm
was
sorry.
written.
This
It
is
was.
funny.
This was divine providence, predestined from before the foundation of the world, that this would go to another
Oh.
shootout. But you like that, Katie?
Oh, what was that? Oh, yeah.
I thought you'd like that.
Yes. My Calvinist heart appreciated it.
Uh-huh.
Predestination. My 14-year-old snuck down here, so he's on the other side of the camera watching with me.
I am a full-blown Augustinian.
Like I've said, based on a lot of your comments I've seen out there, when talking to evangelicals, my side of things probably agrees with you 25 to
Yeah.
30% of the
Probably
time.
more often than not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brandon and Derek, we're digressing there on theology for a
Hey,
little bit.
they can
No,
talk,
you're good.
the way y'all can talk military stuff, we can, get into the
talk theology.
theology.
Yeah, no, this is a multifaceted forum that we have here.
That's right.
Absolutely. All right. Well, good thing we employ a literal litany of shootout merchants.
And yet we beat you twice at it, but yeah. All right.
No pressure with our
Yeah, it is nice though to actually just enjoy it without having to
having to worry about the
with having
outcome.
to really care. Yeah. Like be able to
Of
watch
course,
tomorrow's
Superman
game like
shootout.
that and the Hornets game, which it's totally house money. Now, do you think you should always like the home team should always shoot first?
No, I like them being
Or-
able to choose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, do you if given the choice, would you always shoot first?
Oh,
Oh, yes.
Always doing the whole koozie crawl thing.
good save, boss.
Good
Yeah.
save. A lot of moves.
Yep.
Couldn't elevate it. Got to get that
Just
up. Got to
wasn't
get it
able to
higher.
elevate.
Yep.
Hey, come on, Blaker.
Here we
Let's see
go.
what you got.
Here we go.
He got the toe on it. That was a good save.
Oh, same problem. Wasn't able to elevate.
So I mean, y'all are reacting to it like 3 seconds before I hear it, before I see it. So it's spoilers all day here, but that's fine.
All right, this is the thing that's impossible to hold your
Same.
reaction in for.
Right.
God.
Right. Good save. Good save. Very good save.
Oh God.
Yep, nice. That,
Great save by Bussy. You know what I did? I just looked at Derek. I didn't even look there. I wasn't even watching there. I was watching Derek. And I saw him roll his eyes, and I'm like, yeah, there we go.
it's almost
here
like
we go.
Mitch Tubb got caught mid-decision. Oh, here's the
You got
go.
it. You got it.
Come on, Bradley.
Dads, come on, buddy. not watching. I'm not looking at you.
Y'all have jinxed this with the whole "it's going 10 rounds" thing.
Just 10? 10,
Just 10.
We're
10 is
gonna
a
wake up
conservative
tomorrow. They're
estimate.
gonna be in fifth
This game
round.
won't end. This game can't end.
Gotta elevate the puck, guys.
They're taking a slapper. I want to see that. Just go rip it.
I was gonna say if Konechny scored, I was just gonna turn this shit off.
Oh, nice.
I was thinking, definitely Konechny scores after all the wild shit I've been talking. But nope. Leave it to Konechny to leave it up to leave the talk intact.
So does he always fade second half, or is
Go
that?
on.
Yes. Every
Miller?
single time. It's clock.
Okay, Miller. Surprise and impress me.
Thank you, Andrew Miller. Oh my goodness.
You know what? I'm never gonna say
Never
anything negative
changed.
about.
Never change.
I will never say anything negative about Mark Jankowski in the shootout again after that.
Never changed.
Because God, that
never
was
changed.
bad.
Yeah, he did. He did do that. He got that. Like he scored on that move. He did get a piece of it. He scored on that move shorthanded against Toronto. So
Jeez. Tyson Ford.
Oh, there you go. There's one.
there you go, Derek Forrester. Good shot.
Yeah, there's one way to do it. Instead of all this overthinking, just walk in and shoot that.
Nice shot. Yep, everyone. They test Bussy's glove.
Okay, Nikki.
Nikki. All right. Slap shot. Come on.
Nope, there it is. Well, congrats, Derek. I have to teach tomorrow. It's good to see you again, Matthew.
All right.
Thank
Take
you
care,
for
Katie.
coming, Katie. It's been fun.
Yep.
Victory achieved.
One more
There you
tomorrow.
go. Hey, we both got what we want.
With you guys.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's
you
the
as well, Derek.
I'm
It
about
was-
to have
it
a
was
bunch
great
of
to chat
angry
with you.
Caps fans in the replies. Why didn't y'all win in the shootout? We would have made the playoffs.
Well, yeah, that's why I have to dip. I have to start talking wild shit on Dex.
Well, congratulations, Derek.
Thank you.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
Yeah, they're gonna call it an unethical overtime loss for Carolina, or a shootout loss for Carolina. The Capitals fans are. I can already see that. Let's. Oh, actually, let me take a look at the.
Now, I don't. Oh, okay, he left. I don't think Philly can beat Pittsburgh. If they do, I'll be very surprised. Alrighty.
Thanks for nothing. Fuck you. Damn it. Carolina Hurricanes winning a shootout challenge impossible. That's the first 5 text messages I got.
Who's
my
texting
buddies.
you?
My
Your
buddies.
Caps buddy?
Yeah, from when I lived up there. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, if I still lived there, I would have an incentive for the Capitals to be in the playoffs.
They expected the Hurricanes AHL lineup to do them favors. It's like, come on.
Yeah, that's a bit much there.
All right, man. I'm gonna head. But thanks
Yeah.
so much for having me on. This was fun.
Yeah, no problem. I got some stuff I got to do before bed.
Let me
but yeah,
know
this was
when
great.
the mega playoff stream. When do you want to do that?
Right now, I am thinking I want to do series forecast Wednesday, and I'm trying to decide if I want to do the series forecast or the mega stream first.
I could do Thursday. That would probably work pretty well for me.
Yeah, and everybody's going to get like a 20 or 30 minute time slot. Depending on how many people I get, I'm going to set it at 20 or 30 minutes. Like, I don't
Sure.
have to strictly adhere to that, but like just enough to keep it flowing and everything like that.
All right, well, keep me in the loop.
Yes, sir. I will do that.
Peace. Have a good evening.
You too, bud. Thank you for coming.
No problem.
All right, everybody. I am going to call it a night. I got some stuff to get done, and I have work tomorrow. This has been fun. I will see you all again soon. Probably Wednesday or Thursday is when I'm going to try and do some stuff. So, y'all take care. I will see you next time.